Hey.
Hey.
Hello, I'm a treasure chest.
Hello, you're a treasure chest. Hello. Happy birthday, everybody. It's so nice of you to join me on today, this day that is all of our birthdays. I did that thing where I switched over. I switched over to this scene, and everything in my brain, absolutely everything in my brain, just fell out of it. What are we doing today?
All three things.
All three things fell out of my brain.
Really quick before we go too far, Altasmith says I'm like quiet. Am I too quiet? Because I can turn on my automatic gain control if necessary. I have my volume on my mic cranked all the way up.
You are a little quiet on stream compared to the music.
Here, yeah, give me just a moment, and I can adjust your volume.
I can also probably come down 10%.
Okay. Actually, let me...
Not that I need to be heard or anything. It's fine.
You are in a lot better volume after. I keep stun locking myself because in order to hear us, I have to unmute, and then I'm like, oh, who is that person talking with my voice? It's the worst.
Ugh.
It's such a weird feeling, right? I have slowly gotten used to it.
When I streamed more regularly, I did get used to it, but like this is a stun lock.
All right. How's the sound balance now? Rachel, read some poetry. Give me a line.
I shall never see something as delicious as a tree. I don't know.
That was beautiful.
That was great. The volume was perfect.
Excellent. My friends, thank you for joining me. Not just my friends in chat today, but also my friends with whom I am sharing a stream with. Hello. Why don't we what if we start with our host, the person who worked the hardest on this, put this entire thing together. Feel free to introduce yourself, my dear friend Pentachills.
Hello, I am a treasure chest. That is the start of this conversation. We are here to celebrate Gamma's birthday. We are going to have a fun little quiz. My name is Pentachills, or Nicholas. It'll both work in chat. I'll respond to all of it. I have managed to convince Chris to let me onto the stream so that I can show a quiz to everybody today, and hopefully we'll have a heckin' good time.
Yay, lovely. And thank you again so much for putting this entire thing together. This whole idea sort of started as something that like we would just do in DMs back and forth, especially when we get to the screenshot elements of it. And I'm really excited to actually put this together. I didn't put this together. You put this together. To actually do this on TV, on live TV. I'm really pumped.
For everyone to see the mistakes that you make.
Yes.
Okay.
I also convinced you to bring two cool, awesome friends.
True. This was an easy. This was not a high. This was not a high dialogue roll you had to hit here. But yes, you did suggest I bring two amazing friends on with me. Rachel, you're next in line. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Rachel. I'm usually a red panda, fennec fox hybrid sort of thing. Sometimes I'm a bunny, and sometimes I am a completely different creature. I stream video games, mostly retro, and act like a big goober. And I am very frequently sleepy. And that's basically me in a nutshell.
This describes a lot of me as well. The sleepiness and the goober energy. So very much. God, there's a lot of gift subbing and bits going on. Sorry, I am... everything was breaking on my end between hitting start streaming and then switching over to here. So I am admittedly a bit in a tizzy. I hope you can forgive me. Thank you so much for everything, for all this. Holy crap.
Like I said earlier, streaming is hard. It's so hard.
Streaming's hard. There's a lot going on today.
Yeah,
Maybe
this is
there's
like
a few
lot to
extra
do.
things that I'm trying to keep an eye on. Soleil, you're next in line. Who are you? Is Soleil there?
They
Speaking
currently
of
muted.
Haha, I've been muted for who knows how long. Hi.
Yay!
I'm Soleil, and I'm here
Soleil! What the? Koja, what are you doing? Koja, thank you.
It's your birthday. Get used to it.
Oh, that thing's going at the top, huh? Oh, wow.
We like it when that thing's going at the top. Everybody, feel free to fill the treasure chest full of completely normal things.
Completely normal.
The prize for the winner today is they get to go inside the treasure chest and be part of the treasure hoard. A good prize.
Hold on. Oh.
What?
It's like I didn't
No.
agree to this.
Ooh, you signed the waiver.
You said, oh, I was gonna make that joke.
And good news, chat. You, we probably should put that horrible word on some sort of filter. People shouldn't be allowed to say that word that Elfie Faye just said, because that's not true. We are also gonna have chat participate today. So chat, you have a chance of winning the cool, awesome treasure chest. Today, quiz time. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. You can see the quiz on Gamma's stream. We're gonna have buzzers here active in a little tiny bit. I'm sure Gamma wants to thank everybody and go crazy about the bar filling up at the top of the stream. But I am gonna quickly go through things as soon as he's done. I'll let you do that.
I'm trying to keep up with everything. There's a lot happening. Neo Zero, thank you. Kazwisher, thank you so much. Koja, Nelson, Zin, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you all for the gift subs. Like Hosade, thank you. Hexagon Witch. Oh god, oh, there's too many highs. Oh, there's so many highs. Washa, congratulations on the last Coke. Soleil, did you
I'm
wanna
happy.
introduce yourself at all? I think I cut you off when you were doing so.
Yeah. No, that was it.
Oh, okay, hell yeah. All right, host. I am
That's
ready
me.
to learn about the game.
Excellent. Welcome to the first round of the Machi quiz. Everyone's asking where you are on the scoreboard. You are the middle of the scoreboard. Gamma Chris, if you take the MA from Gamma and some of the first part of Chris, you get CHI. So I'm just going to call Gamma Machi for the entire quiz because I love
Machi.
him and I'm endearing. And he's going to have to suffer with that because making him uncomfortable on his birthday is part of a birthday. Woo!
I actually think this abbreviation is rather
You
ingenious. I
could
really like
act
it.
a little bit embarrassed.
It's more cute than I'm used to being publicly addressed.
I'm turning the blush filter on so that you look even cuter. All right, everybody. The first round of today's quiz is a Where Are We quiz. I have 5 categories here that I'll go over in a second, and just so everybody is fully updated, we're going to start with whoever has played the most recent Castlevania game, which we'll get to in a tiny second. That person is going to pick a category and a spot on the board. So, for example, Mario, Where Are We for 100. What will happen is I will click that, a picture will show up on the screen from a video game somewhere in the video gaming universe. We have buzzers on the other screen. Players will buzz in. The first player to buzz in will be able to give an answer. Giving a correct answer awards you the points on the category. Giving you an incorrect answer scores negative on those points, which we might adjust later on because negative points are kind of fuzzy feeling, but we're playing Jeopardy-ish rules. There's a more quiz-like session later in the day. We have 4 of these boards to get through, which will be really fun. How does chat get points? Excellent question, Boniface.
That is an excellent
If
question.
nobody in the regular scoring panel on board today, neither Machi, Rachel, or Soleil, scores the point, we will then throw things to chat, which is my way of politely asking chat to not spam the answer to every question as it comes up. Because if you start doing that, the players have to not look at chat, right? That's the trade-off we're making here, is that chat politely does not prove how smart they are as a collective group. I know you're all super smart. I know you all know everything about every video game ever. let the players have a chance to answer. For our first board, we have 4 categories. The first of which is Mario, Where Are We? These are all Mario games. The second category is Where Are We 64, which is a big surprise. All games from the N64. This is the only category in this board that comes with a bonus style point. You don't get extra points for it, but every Where Are We in the 64 also has the stage name included. So if you want to say the game and the stage or location specifically on screen, cool, bonus points. Where Are We RPG is all RPG games. Spooky Horror, Where Are We, is all horror games or horror adjacent games. And Potpourri is a random collection. It's a pretty big tradition in Jeopardy style quizzes to have like the random category. I will say, for the players, I didn't get to say this ahead of time, just because, for example, there's a Mario category, doesn't mean that a Mario game doesn't also appear somewhere else in the list, probably. But the categories should give you at least some hint of where to go. Speaking of Castlevania games, Machi, what is the last Castlevania game you played, and when was that?
I played Castlevania 1, I want to say, last night.
That feels untrue and like lying, but it is your birthday, so I'll let you get away with it.
It could have been the night before. It's what I plan on opening my streams with instead of Punch Out during Halloween 2.0. I'm gonna just play a life in Castlevania 1 and hopefully get a deathless clear of the game before the month is over.
I don't believe it. Soleil, when was the last Castlevania game you played?
Also Castlevania 1 and last October.
Yeah. And I tried to rig this so that Rachel would go first. What's the last Castlevania game, and when did you play that, Rachel?
I was gonna say, this feels kind of like heavily tilted towards me. I am currently streaming, not today, but on my other streams. I am playing Castlevania Portrait of Ruin on the DS.
Hello. Yep, it was as heavily weighted towards you as I could possibly get it. I'll be one
Well,
second.
that's the most recent Castlevania game to be released, which is how the question sounded when you asked it. To me. That is the most recent Castlevania game played, answered in these answers.
That's true. That's what I assumed. That's what I assumed the criteria was as well.
All right, I have returned from addressing somebody who came home.
Yay.
Well, despite my rigging, Gamma, you get to choose first. The board is open. The quiz has begun. Good luck, everyone. One more time for chat. You will get to answer as a cool collective. If nobody gets the questions, don't spam the answers in chat. Or if you do, wait a couple of seconds. Gamma, board is open. Where would you like to be?
Sorry, I was smiling at my dumb bits emote. Or bits alert.
Oh, I would like to call anybody who can, if you can spam birds today, specifically birds like, I don't know, these ones in chat. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, spam those birds.
Those are good birds. Shout outs to birds. We love them birds.
That's a good bird. No, I like that bird too. Yo, that bird is killing it.
Isn't it? I love that emote every time it shows up. Okay. I would like to open with Mario, Where Are We 100.
Excellent. Again,
Good choice.
everybody, this is just for the players one more time because we hadn't started yet. Make sure you have your buzzers available.
Have my
Make sure that
buzzer
your buzzers
available.
are ready to click. Once you see the image on screen, you will be able to buzz in. So, Mario, where are we? Players, where are we? Rachel, you managed to buzz in first.
I do
We're
believe
looking
that
for the
is
video
stage.
game title.
Super Mario Brothers.
Hell yes. I realized I did not point out that it is all going to be game titles. And then I was like immediately like, oh no. Yes, this is in the first slot, in the first spot of the quiz is level 1-1 of Super Mario Brothers. Rachel, that's 100 points and you gain control of the board. Where would you like to go?
Sweet.
Molly, thank you.
Let's just go with 200. Mario, where are we?
Players, the buzzers have been reset. Where are we? Machi, you've buzzed in. Where are we?
This is Super Mario Brothers 3 on the SNES.
That game didn't release on the SNES, though. But you are correct. This is Super Mario Brothers 3, the All-Stars version, a little bit of a trick.
Hey!
This is... I actually forgot that this coin pattern of blue coins existed in the game at all.
I think it only exists in Mario 3, right? That's the only time you see, like, those
What
pale blue
level
coins.
is that?
This is a stage... So almost everything in the game, this is player information and chat information, is from roughly the first hour to first 5 to 10% of the gameplay. Everything here is trying to be as fair to the players as possible. This is level 1-4 or... No, it wouldn't be 1-4. It would be like... It might be 1-2. This might be 1-2.
I recognize it as, like, I recognize those as the P button, the P switch coins, but that's the only, like, concrete information I could really give you.
Yeah,
Big Jim and I, I'm
thought
pretty
those
sure it's
didn't appear until,
All-Stars
like World 2 or something.
No, there's one section, I believe this is after you slide down the first slope in the game, and a P-switch exists that you can mostly hit while you're small Mario. Although, I'll be honest, this is one of the first questions I made in the game. This might be from a little bit in. I don't remember exactly where this is from.
The rest of the stream is going to be like nitpicking over like, where in the game is
no,
this?
that's exactly what I want. That's super what I
I don't
want.
recognize that coin pattern from anywhere.
Yeah, when I grabbed that screen cap, I was like, that might trip me up. And I've played Mario 3 once a year for like 30 years.
Trick question, it's a ROM hack.
Nothing here should be an illegal game. You know,
Illegal gaming.
I was gonna say illegal game emulation, which just sounds rough. You know what? Treasure chests don't judge those kind of things. Illegal
Please
gaming.
take a photo of your real console for verification purposes.
I do have all the real consoles at this point. Well, old ones. Machi, the board is yours. Where would you like to go?
Can we go to RPGs 100?
Where are we?
boy.
RPG for 100. Players, where are we? Rachel, where are we?
I am gonna say this is... actually, shoot. Mother 3?
This is not Mother
No.
3. Machi, you buzzed in second.
Is this Earthbound?
This is Earthbound. We would also have accepted the drugstore.
Oh, true.
This is
yeah.
Earthbound. This is Mother 2. This is in the desert, just outside the first section of the desert that you go into. This is maybe the latest into a game that I chose to pick a location, weirdly. Fantastic. Board control stays with you, Machi. Where would you like to go?
Can we do RPGs for 2?
We can. RPGs for 200 players. Where are we? Rachel.
Secret of Mana.
This is, in fact,
Ooh.
the Secret of Mana. For anybody in chat who wants to know where this is in Secret of Mana, this is the first thing you fall into in the game. This is where the main character falls off of a log. It's probably like one of the most iconic set of pixels I can think of from a game I haven't played all that much.
This is a really pretty game.
It is a super
God,
pretty
it's
game.
such a pretty game.
And it's such a pretty game that I was like, most of it is like immediately recognizable, but I was like, maybe this will be a tricky one. That is where the player gains control. That is exactly a Duna Squid. Rachel, you have gained control of the board. It is your board. Where would you like to go?
Oh, that's true about the game. I thought Uno Squid was like, yeah, Rachel does gain control now. That's true.
Let's do Where Are We 64 for 100.
Ooh, excellent. I have to find the buzzer because I clicked on the wrong thing. Where are we? 64 for 100, you said?
Yeah.
Excellent. Players, where are we? Machi, you buzzed in. Where are we?
This is Ocarina of Time.
Sorry, this is not Ocarina of
It's
Time.
not
Any
Ocarina of
other?
Time.
Soleil, you have buzzed in. Where are we?
It's Majora's Mask.
It is Majora's Mask. Specifically, this is on Romani's Ranch. Machi, you might have missed the giant moon,
Oh yeah,
which was the
that's
trap
not in
I
the first
set.
game. Also, Young Link like looks different. Like Young Link doesn't get a shield like that or a sword like that in Ocarina.
Does it bunny ears like those?
You can get bunny
does-
ears in Ocarina. They don't
you
do
can
anything,
get them in-
unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
almost everything in this screenshot, aside from the moon, exists in 64, in Ocarina of Time, as is the case. We won't be too harsh on it, and nobody's actually being bad about it. Just as a reminder, just after the question comes up, give yourself like 5 or 10 seconds before you say the answer, chat. I know that the chat's going to know most of these, and it's fun to answer. Just, be patient.
I'm trying to keep my eyes off of chat just in case.
Yeah, I don't imagine it's actually going to be a big deal. We don't need to be super strict about it, but thank you for falling into the elaborate trap I laid for you, Machi. So you have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
Damn you.
Let's do RPG for 400.
RPGs for 400 players. I have a question for you. Where are we? Machi, you have buzzed in.
This is Quest 64.
This is not Quest 64. There are no bad games on this list.
Chat's about to light up.
Oh, so that's why you wouldn't put Ocarina on there then.
Correct.
This is a joke because Pentachills does not enjoy Ocarina of Time.
Shots fired.
I think it has a nostalgia life. I think Ocarina is a good game. It just doesn't sit in my top 10 of N64 games anymore.
Slow and insidious kill.
It looks like nobody in our group knows where this is from. Chat, I'm gonna throw it to you. Where do you think this is?
Oh, this could be
Draconic
Skies.
Dude VT are saying Skies of Arcadia. That would be a really tricky one to put onto this that I would only specifically put on if, say, the birthday boy had a favorite RPG that it was. Chat, congratulations. This is in fact Skies of Arcadia.
Oh my god!
Chat,
I don't believe it!
Chat, you're winning. Way to go. This is the opening town in Skies of Arcadia. It's very at the beginning of the game. And the main character's head is very visibly on screen. This is very elaborately a way for me to make my friend feel embarrassed on stream. Because I love him. Chat,
Oh, this game fucking rules.
where would you like to go, chat? You have control of the board. First one I see, we'll go with. Spooky horror? Spooky horror for what, Zero Elec? The buzzer noise is a bit jarring. The buzzer sound is a bit jarring. I don't know if Gamma can adjust the price.
I have a clever way I can do that. Give me a sec.
Yeah, we'll give you a second. Okay, it looks like Potpourri for 500 is where we're going. So chat, you can rest on your laurels. We'll get to that in a second. I'm just gonna let Machi adjust the buzzer sound.
Can I test the buzzer?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna hit the buzzer. All right, that's much more mild, I think. Does Chad agree?
Yeah, I apologize because in order to make a less jarring thing, I had to pay this website money, and I just didn't have money to throw at it.
Yeah, I don't have the
Much
funds for it either.
Okay, players, we're going to Potpourri for 500. These are random assorted games. Where are we?
Oh,
Jeez.
I know
Man,
this one.
You seem really excited to answer this one, and you started to answer before the buzzer went in, so maybe... What? It doesn't look like Rachel or Soleil are buzzing in. So where are we, Gamma?
This is Left 4 Dead 2.
Is it? Or is this Left 4 Dead? It is Left 4 Dead 2.
No,
This is
it's
the opening
2.
cutscene to Left 4 Dead 2.
The opening cutscene for 1 just takes place in an alley.
Yes. Again, some of these are weighted towards somebody because it's their birthday. Machi,
Yeah,
you've taken control of the board.
I see we don't have S words on the board.
Nocturne Dustclaw, thank you for the raid. My name
Thank you.
is
Hi.
Gamma Chris. You can call me Gamma or Chris.
What?
We play
What?
retro games on this. Sorry, what?
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 You're that kind of mimic. I see. That's
What did you just say? I'm
Nothing.
sorry, minus 500?
Ah! Let's go.
I am
Thanks
a
for raiding. I hope you're
perfectly
having a
normal
great
treasure
weekend.
You can't be a mimic when you're the original.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
I have no allies on stream right now. I am alone in this barren battlefield. Let's do pot for 100.
Absolutely, my friend. Let's do some pot for 100. Players, where are we?
Yeah.
Rachel, you buzzed in. Where are we?
That is the intro sequence to Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
And
And Knuckles?
and Knuckles? Question mark. That is in fact
I
correct.
wasn't sure.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, I would have given it to you either way. I just wanted to. The and Knuckles was in there, and I knew it was coming.
And Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles and
Thank you.
Dante
So-
from
So weirdly, when I've run this as a test beforehand 3 or 4 times, and this is the 100 question that nobody got. And I was like, really? I thought this was like, when I made this one, I was like, this one might be too easy.
I actually froze because I was like,
Oh no.
which Sonic game is this? I
think-
went through them like sequentially.
Yeah, I think I have a weird affinity for liking shiny rocks. So like this sticks out in my head a lot.
I
But
also
they're good
really
shiny
like
rocks.
shiny rocks.
Yeah, those
That's
are good
fair,
shiny rocks.
yeah.
Speaking of good shiny rocks, Rachel, where would we like to go?
Ooh, let's go back to the N64 for 200.
Where are we, 64 players? One question. It's important. Where are we? Rachel, you have buzzed in. Where are we?
That would be Super Mario 64 Shifting Sandland.
Ooh, with the bonus for the extra level acquirement there.
Hell
This
yeah.
is Super Mario 64. This is Shifting Sandland. Another game that I don't love all that much, and I will receive a lot of hate for it.
That's all right.
I think Mario 64 fucking owns.
Yeah, it's your birthday, so I'll say it's a good game.
This presents a problem.
Rachel, you are beating out chat. Where are you? Where would you like to go? Where are you? Where would you like to go on the board?
Where am I? I haven't figured that out yet. 64 for 300.
64 for 300 players. We are in the N64 era of video games. Where are we? Soleil, you have buzzed in first. Where are we?
I just figured it out.
That's GoldenEye.
GoldenEye 007. Do you know what level we're in? You don't need to say it for the
I-
points. I'm just asking.
I've never played any 64
Ah,
games, so
fair enough. This is GoldenEye 64. This is on Facility, the second level in the game, perhaps the most iconic moment. This is one of the rare times where I think a second level is more iconic than a first level.
Yeah, I've never played this game, but I know, like, I've seen this scene before.
The Archangel
That is
Facility
a
is specifically true.
That is a Cybertruck ass toilet, I gotta say.
It is. The game has an aesthetic. They made some choices with the way it works.
10 polys for the toilet, please! They're on a budget!
Soleil, you have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
choked on my water.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Okay. I'm fine. Spooky horror for 300.
Spooky horror for 300. We haven't been to this category yet, so players, these are all from games that are roughly considered horror-esque. Players, where in video games are we? Rachel, where are we?
That would be a loading hallway from Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
It is a loading hallway from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Every single time. This is just. I like to talk about what happened here. I looked for a Symphony of the Night thing that I thought was recognizable. Symphony of the Night's a great game. I know this is the one horror game that I know I'm going to get pushback. People are going to be like, Castlevania's not a horror game. I'm like, yeah, it's vampires.
Oh, it's a horror
horror.
game.
Duke,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Duke
no,
Donuts,
yeah,
I
it's a
can tell
gothic
you,
horror
it's
game.
not the Saturn version.
it
It's
is
not stretched to hell.
true.
Oh, Molly, this looks adorable. I've received a present.
Ooh,
I've
excellent.
received a present, and it is super cute. Can I put this on stream for a second? Would you mind?
Absolutely. Go for it. It's your birthday. We're all just living in it.
Whereas, oh, I don't have an image source on this screen. All right, cool. So when I create this, it's probably going to be fucking enormous. Oh no, it was fine actually. Yo, look at this. That's me.
It's
That's
birthday.
me!
Whoa!
Happy
Adorable.
birthday.
And a tiny mouse.
It's me in there.
Leon!
Leon. Wait, Leon. Thank you.
I see
Thank
mice,
you.
I think of Mousley. Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you so much. I fucking love Mauschli so fucking much.
I was genuinely
That's all
worried
I have to
people
say on
wouldn't
the matter.
recognize the Castlevania hallway. Rachel, for your supreme Castlevania knowledge, you have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
Why don't we stick with spooky horror for 100?
Spooky horror for 100. Where are we, players? Where in video games do you think this is? I have somehow not got the buzzer screen up, so hopefully that was open for every. Oh, I was looking to see the cool present. I see. There we are. Gamma, you have selected to answer the question. Where are we?
This is the diner at the beginning of Silent Hill.
Do you think this is Silent Hill 1? Is that your answer?
The Silent Hill one, yeah.
Are you sure?
This is not on the PS2. Don't feed me that shit.
You are, in fact, correct. This is Silent Hill. This is the first.
Okay, but what's your exact XY location in this screenshot?
Oh god, you can. Oh god, don't ask me the address.
I think probably my favorite thing about this is that this is the highest quality thing I could find from the beginning of the game, and it has that Silent Hill fog in it, and I was like, I could just show the pixels of fog, and I think that would get the answer.
Yeah.
Gamma, you've gained control of the board. You're at 400, tied with chat.
Yes.
Where would you like to go?
Let's do RPGs for 5.
Oh, we're skipping over players. Where are we? Rachel, I really want you to get this one so bad. Where are we?
This is coming back to earlier before we were starting the stream. This is the intro to Final Fantasy 1.
This is the first frame from Final
Oh
Fantasy
my
1.
god!
Yes!
damn
Which is,
it.
for anybody that isn't here or wasn't here, which is literally everybody but the 4 of us in this call.
Yeah.
Earlier when we were doing a test screening of like making sure that all the layouts would work on Machi's side of the board, Rachel answered, a blue screen appeared on the screen and answered, oh, it's the first frame of Final Fantasy. And I had an actual legitimate mild heart attack. I kept it cool. I played it cool as a cucumber, but I was like, wait, am I showing the screen? I
was
forgot
watching
that
for
was...
your windows.
Yeah, I was, but like I could literally see what I was screen sharing, and I was like, huh, that's weird. But yeah, this is the first line of dialogue that appears in the prologue that plays at the start of Final Fantasy 1 for the normal Nintendo. Rachel, you are an RPG genius. Where are we? Where would you like to go?
Oh, that is very
Where
much
did we
my
come from?
statement,
Cotton Eye
but
Joe.
let's go back to spooky horror for 200.
Spooky horror for 200. Horror games. Where are we getting spooked?
Oh,
Oh, did I not reset the buzzers? 1 second.
We didn't
I have
reset
reset
the
the buzzers. Machi, you have buzzed in.
This is the village in Resident Evil 4.
Do you have anything else to add to that question? Because that might not be the answer here.
Where's everyone going? Bingo.
Resident Evil 4, where's everyone going? Bingo is the correct answer. A zoomed out screenshot of the GameCube classic Resident Evil 4 with Leon asking, where's everyone going? Bingo.
Good job.
Gamma, you've gained control of the
you.
board. Where would we like to go?
We're gonna finish RPGs, please.
We're gonna finish RPGs.
Oh,
That is what
reset
you've been
buzzer.
doing on your stream
no more
recently.
RPGs forever.
I apologize. I like RPGs. There's a lot of RPGs in this quiz.
This game is
Not a ton, but I think there's a category in basically every single one. Are we? Rachel, you've buzzed in first.
That would be the I don't remember the name of the town, but it's the very first area of Chrono Trigger.
This is the very first area of Chrono Trigger. This is the
I have
world map
seen
of
this
Chrono
area
Trigger.
a lot recently, despite not playing the game myself for like over 10 years now.
Which is too long to not play Chrono Trigger.
It
but
is. I really want to replay it.
if you were to ask me for a perfect video game, Chrono Trigger is very close to the top of that.
You are
I gotta
not
replay
alone
this,
in
like,
that
soon.
opinion.
Final Fantasy VI might be one of my favorite games of all time, but I do think Chrono Trigger, well, it's not as high on my personal list, is a better made, perfect game. Gamma, you have control of the board.
Rachel.
Sorry,
what?
that's a lie. You don't. How dare you try to take
I
that
can
from
give it
Rachel?
over to the birthday boy.
Rachel, you have control of the board. Don't let Gamma steal from you.
The buzzer's not reset.
Is it not reset? Okay, sorry. Everyone had buzzed. Sorry, everyone had buzzed in, so it looked like it had been reset on my side.
Let's go with
Elfie Faye, I
Potpourri.
swear to heck, I will ban the heck out of you.
Potpourri for 200.
Potpourri for 200 players. Where in video games are we?
Damn it.
Gamma, how would you like to lose points today?
What? We're gonna win big. We are in Pokemon the trading card game.
We are in Pokemon the TCG for
Yes!
the Game Boy.
I was this
Trick
close.
question.
I was this close to saying
Good
Blades
job,
Gym in red and blue.
I knew it was a Pokemon, but
Yeah, this question was this is a Pokemon. Hopefully somebody will trip over it, but this is the Pokemon TCG, which had a sequel, which I considered grabbing a screenshot from, but nobody's really played the sequel. I played more of this game than I care to admit. It might be the reason
It's
I like
so
TCGs as much as I
good.
do. Yeah, it's a very good game.
Such a good video game.
Machi, you have control of the board.
Can we do
You're
pot for
also-
4?
1 second. Happy birthday. You're an adorable red panda.
Oh,
Your streams are lovely and we all appreciate you.
what? Oh, what? Stop it.
That's true.
get owned, nerd.
No, knock it off.
I like when you go full Banjo-Kazooie character.
That's never on purpose. That's literally never been on purpose.
Okay.
I'm the coolest.
Would you like to select a spot on the board?
Can we have Potpourri for 400?
We absolutely can. Skipping over the 3. I want to say real quick before I click this. This is the most down the board. All of my test games, players were like, let's start at 400 and 500. And then quickly found that those questions were harder. And I was like, okay.
I'm the coolest.
You said 400?
Yes, please.
Players, where are we?
Good job, Gamma.
So, Lay, you've
This
buzzed in
game
first.
Isn't Donkey Kong?
Metal Gear Solid.
We are in Metal Gear Solid.
Thank God I didn't
This is-
answer. I was going to say Dino Crisis or some shit.
That is a very MGS palette, damn.
It
is a
really
very
is.
MGS palette. It's also so this was a difficult one because I wanted to grab an MGS location that was both highly recognizable and also not immediately recognizable as like a scene from the game. But like, so this is in the first minute after you get Snake up onto the docks. Well, this is while the credits are playing.
Oh,
and this is
clever.
This is where the elevator is coming down in the first opening zone where you're learning the controls, and Liquid and friends are coming down and talking. This is that part of the game. Slay, you have gone up to 800 points. You've gained control of the board with your powerful answer. Where would we like to go?
I feel like that was very specifically targeted at me because I have never played through the entire game, but I played a demo on a PlayStation Underground disc, and it's that section of the game.
Heck yeah.
Let's do spooky horror for 500.
Spooky horror for 500. When I made this quiz, I said the first time I tested this, I was like, nobody's ever going to get this one. This one's the hardest question on board 1. And I have pretty routinely been proven wrong. Players, where are we?
This game
Gamma, where are
isn't
we?
Donkey
This
Kong.
is Clock Tower on SNES.
Sorry. You are correct.
Oh
This
my
is
God,
Clock Tower,
I-
the first game.
I was waiting for the turnaround, and it was taking too long, and I was like, there's no fucking way. What point-and-click horror game fucking is this?
Yeah. I genuinely think that more people have played this game. Like, if you asked me, gun to my head, how many people have played this game, I'd have been like 3 ever.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's like all the friends I have. Players, Gem is in control of the board, but let's say chat. Chat, what question do you want to go to?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun, actually.
Yeah, I wasn't giving you a choice.
Decide.
The cursor is recognizable. 64 for 500 according to Zinfandel. 64 for 500. Looks like we got 64. We got Mario 500, Mario 400, Mario 500. All right, I'm gonna roll a dice here. All right, we're going to 64 for 500 thanks to Elfie Faye. Players, where are we? I actually somehow have gone to the Mario one. I have misclicked. I have tricked you. This is the Mario, not 64 one. Yep, I know. I know. I've messed up. The good news is it doesn't look like our players know where we are in Mario games.
Where the fuck
This is a
are
Mario
we?
game?
This is a Mario game. This is a legitimate Mario game. Chat, where are we?
I bet I know.
Mario is missing. Mario's
Yeah.
time machine. Mario is missing. Mario is missing. He's not on the screen. I don't understand why everyone's saying Mario is missing. That is actually the answer. This is Mario is missing.
I should have
That's
hit
what
the
I was gonna
button.
say.
Never heard of this game.
I should
Mario
have
is
hit the
Missing
button.
Is one of 2 of the least known Super Nintendo Mario games possible. Mario's Time Machine and Mario is Missing. Both are games where you play as either Mario or Mario is Missing. Mario gets captured and you play as Luigi going through like essentially like a bunch of puzzles vaguely to get it. It's not a very good game. To try to retrieve Mario, and it's like basically answering questions. It's like Mario Carmen Sandiego says Astria Alexion. That's exactly correct.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It also has
Bizarre.
an incredible amount of weirdly good pixel art in specific options.
Yeah, like this looks like
Yeah,
a
this looks like a
really
game I would
good
play.
screenshot. Yeah,
But what I would say is
Look like
don't
Mario.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like Mario, which is why I chose it, because it's got the castle situation going on, and just off screen, Mario or Luigi and Yoshi are on screen, which is kind of fun.
do you know, were these on the PC too, or were these like just SNES games?
I don't want to comment on that because that would be. I could be deceitful, and as a wonderful, pure, innocent treasure chest, I would never be deceitful. Me says 64 for 500. I think it is only fair that we go to the question we were supposed to go to. Thank you, chat. Players, where are we? Looks like our player... Oh, Gamma! You have rung in Machi. Where are we? Where in video games are we?
This is somewhere in Banjo-Kazooie.
This is not in Banjo-Kazooie.
Damn it. Ramses, thank you for the bits.
Soleil.
I'm gonna go out on a ledge here and say it's Banjo-Tooie just because of the way you emphasize that.
I am not going to take your points away because I definitely led you into that. This is not Banjo-Tooie.
No, that's not fair.
either.
Take my points away.
All right. I felt bad because I was trying to mess with Gamma, and then I realized I had immediately messed with anyone else. All bits should be added to Gamma's score. All bits could be added to maybe chat's score.
Chat score.
Yeah, if chat wants to win.
Wins.
It looks like Rachel isn't going to buzz in here, which seems entirely
I
fair.
have no clue where this is.
I see could be Conker. Conker says me. DK64 from Zinfandel. This is Donkey Kong 64 from Zero Elec. 2 Conkers, 2 Donkey Kong 64s. Let's see if
It looks
it
looks like a rare game for sure.
it does look like we've got 4 Conkers on there. I'm sorry, chat. This is Donkey Kong 64 in the Gloomy Galleon.
Damn.
There are some very low polygon blue and red
It is a
bananas on
Donkey
screen
Kong.
as your only hint. It do be very rare. I know somebody in chat said the correct answer. This was the 500 question because Donkey Kong 64, if you get the right screenshot, just looks like Banjo-Kazooie. It is that section of things. Chat, you somehow still have control of the board. Despite everything, it's still you. Not enough beavers, you're bothered. That's fair. That fish is horrible. The fish was actually intentional. It was like, that fish isn't in Banjo-Kazooie. Maybe that'll help people. Potpourri for 300, I see a couple of times. Players, where are we? Machi, you've buzzed in.
No, damn it.
Oh yeah, I'm more confident than ever. This is Day of the Tentacle.
Rachel, where are we?
Fuck.
Day of the Tentacle?
Soleil, where are we?
It's the technical.
You are all correct. We'll give points to Machi. If anybody had told me that we were in the remastered version, they would have technically scored
I
that.
was gonna say. that's
Oh,
too
thank
high
God!
res
I
to be
thought
the
it was like
original.
Maniac Mansion instead.
No, I would have taken Maniac Mansion too. I would have. I wasn't actually gonna
This game
disrupt the
isn't
point
Donkey
flow for
Kong.
this. This is a weird one where I grabbed the remaster just because even though this screen is iconic as heck, I was like, this screen just looks good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had no idea until I saw the tentacles poking up in the background. Like, oh,
Yeah, I left him on there because I was like, well, because this is the remaster, I want it to be pretty cool. Machi, you have control of the board. We're getting
Yes!
close to the end of round 1. Where are we going?
Let's do horror for 4.
I believe it's pronounced spooky horror. Where are we for 400?
You're right.
There's a ghost. There's a goblin. Where are we?
I'm the coolest.
Oh!
This game isn't Donkey
Machi.
Kong.
This is Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Unfortunately, this is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It makes sense if you forgot this one for multiple reasons. Not only would it be on theme,
remember.
but I am of the personal opinion that this game is the hottest of garbage.
Gamma.
Thank you.
Where are we in
I think
D?
I agree.
I don't remember.
That is literally the first couple of seconds. This is when you wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is before the game has revealed to you that it is slow-paced with very little threat, and you are managing your lighter through the whole game. Not your lighter, but
Yeah.
I have negative thoughts about a game, which a lot of people love. If you love the game, that's great. I am gonna be sassy.
Yeah, the pink stains I recognize for sure, but the gears had to spin before I remembered what game it was.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to mind was like Devil May Cry, but like that's not a horror game. If you put
I might have put
one,
Devil May Cry into horror.
yeah, if you put Devil May Cry 1 in here, I would not argue.
Gamma, you still have control of the board.
I sure do, baby. Let's do Mario for 300.
Mario for 300. Where are we? Rachel, you buzzed in first. You have the option of telling us where we are.
Welcome to Booster's Tower in Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars.
Ooh.
Ooh, almost a perfect answer. That is correct, but this is also specifically the new Switch version.
Oh, I haven't played that one yet.
It is.
Which
That's why. I
I'll
didn't
be
recognize it.
honest, is part of the reason that I was like, hey, so some of these games might be newer or whatever. I literally, like, Super Mario RPG has such a very iconic graphical style that I grabbed the new version of the game with the intent of like throwing something off, but I also grabbed. So this is
Well,
weirdly kind of in the middle of the game. But like it is such a memorable moment of Super Mario RPG. Who doesn't like Booster? A character that needs to come back.
Booster
for
should be
Smash.
in Mario Kart.
Yeah, Booster for Mario Kart. Rachel, control of the board lands on you.
Mario, where are we? 400.
Mario. Mario.
I've got your.
Where are we?
Oh,
Machi.
This is Paper Mario.
Is it?
Yes.
Is there a period at the end of that sentence?
Yes. This is Paper
This is-
Mario on the Nintendo 64.
is that your
This
final answer?
is Paper Mario
Yes.
on the N64. This is not the 1,000-Year Door, which is really the only trick to be had.
Not enough polygons to be a 1,000-year door.
It occurs to me that I did try to grab a lot of early game screenshots. I'm seeing more things where I'm like, wow, this is like right late in the game. I have screwed that up a little bit. Well, Machi, you do not get to choose the last selection of the board because the last selection of the board is free for everybody. Where are we? 64.
Oh, no. Hey,
Rachel, where are we?
this is Banjo-Tooie.
This is Banjo-Tooie. This
Oh,
is
there's a
Witchy
level
World.
called Witchy
Is in the
World
corner
in
of my
that
brain.
game?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time anyone's answered this question correctly in the first buzz.
I wasn't 100% sure
This is
until I saw the
Donkey
note in the upper right corner. I'm like, that's Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I did lie about it being all good games. I've included a lot of bad games. Mario 64 was on here, and Ninja was on here. Rachel, you have come out of the first board. You get a point for winning the first board. I'm going to take a little screenshot of the board. We're gonna reset the buzzers. We're gonna take a quick little. How's everybody doing? What is the most recent cool game you've played, Rachel?
Probably Portrait of Ruin on the DS. It's a pretty good game. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I super love Portrait of Ruin. I think that's a good answer.
It's my favorite of the DS games by far.
So, Lei, how about yourself?
I feel like cool game is so subjective.
It is, but it can be whatever answer you like.
I mean, the answer is definitely FF11. I've been playing FF11 again.
Oh, that is a super good answer.
Love it.
I see you. I see what you're doing over there.
What class are you enjoying?
Currently my highest level's Black Mage.
Heck yeah.
Until they add Puppet Master. Yeah, because I'm on a private server that doesn't have the expansion.
Extremely reasonable. Machi, what's the coolest game you've played since your last birthday?
Since my last birthday, oh, fuck. Probably like FF6 or maybe 5 or something like that. What I was going to answer was I'm playing Void Stranger off stream right now, which is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Stranger's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we've talked too much about Void Stranger Pentachills, but I think you would enjoy this a lot.
Oh yeah, totally. Chat, what's the coolest game you've played since Gamma's last birthday? I see a Noida in there. Gosh, I like me some Noida. Noida is a good roguelike. By which I mean it's actually like kind of an awful roguelike, but I love playing it.
Oh man, I want
yes,
to play
Lucky
Freedom
Cat.
Planet 2. I want to play Project Rhyme.
Freedom Planet 2 may be the best Sonic game I've ever played. Bomb Rush, Cyberpunk, God, I want to play that. Balatro, huge big answer. Dragon's Dogma 2, I hope you're enjoying that. RoboCop, Rogue City, I heard good things about it ahead of time. Princess Peach Showtime, I actually forgot that came out. RE4 Remake, pretty good one.
Oh, I
Like
love
Like a
RE4
Dragon?
remakes so much.
Feltamp Reparatio, me and a friend have been going through the Yakuza series. We are now currently on 5, the 6th game in the series, not chronologically, but, well, I guess chronologically if you consider the timeline of things, unless in the future things change. 5 is so heckin' good. It is so much better than 4 and 3, which were much worse than 1 and 2's Kiwami versions, and 0 is amazing. But the writing in 5 is the strongest the writing in the series has ever had. We actually just got to the point where the game turns, instead of playing as a beat 'em up, we are now in a rhythm game section, which I'm saying lightly to avoid spoilers for anybody who's playing through the Yakuza series. But gosh, I do like me some Yakuza. / Like a Dragon, if you want to be like that.
Hey, Pinch Chills, real quick.
you.
Before we start the next round, can I step away for just like 2
Oh yeah,
minutes?
100%.
World
Yeah,
Cup?
100%. Yeah.
All right, see you in a few.
So to fill time, I have a second answer
Ooh.
Oh yeah?
because I just remembered something that really surprised me. It's not new. Well, it came out last year, but it wasn't new when I played it.
Mm-hmm.
I was so convinced it was going to be terrible, and it probably was at release, and I assume got better with, like, you know, post-launch patches, and you know how modern games are. Someone said Monster Hunter earlier, and that reminded me that Wild Hearts, the Monster Hunter
yeah.
clone by EA, is, like, actually really good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
heard-
got to see. I watched you play a little bit of that. That game looks fucking dope as hell.
It's way better than I expected. I was so convinced it was just going to be garbage because I'm a Monster Hunter elitist.
And they came into tough competition because not only was the game launch very bad, and I'm glad to hear that it's doing better now, but like other Monster Hunter air quotes clones have tried to exist. And there's specifically that, I want to call it an indie game one that I can't remember the name of right now.
Dauntless.
Yeah, Dauntless, which is so not a Monster Hunter that it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's still fun, but like
I
it's
kind of
missing
liked
a lot
parts
of
of it, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it started with such potential, and then seeing it not hit potential was a bad thing. Bird intermission, heck yeah, that bird is killing it, which is an amazing thing. Slay the Princess is great. I saw a couple of others that Balatro is sick. Balatro, like,
Yeah, the game looks
scratches a
fucking
lot of
cool as hell.
itches. Momodara,
Wildheart
very good.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I took the opportunity to grab some jerky because my stomach is singing a song of sorrow.
I
Good now.
I understand this song.
Have I heard about Like a Dragonician? I didn't know you played as Kiryu's ancestor. I have heard about the game. It is likely on the list of things we'll go through. I super love the Yakuza series, Like a Dragon series, so I'm probably going to play everything. It's just been getting better and better. Last Epoch has been great. I also was playing Path of Exile earlier today because I like ARPGs that are good and not made by bad companies. There is, well, less bad companies. Speaking of bad, welcome to the second round of quizzes, everybody. Everybody settle in.
Awful.
This is more traditional Jeopardy format. We're not allowed to call it Jeopardy. I'm just saying it's a Jeopardy-like thing on a website that probably has the word Jeopardy in the title. We have a couple of categories here that I'd like to go over, but first I would like to let the players know that this is not going to be a picture round. This is going to be a quiz round. When you select a category, I'm going to click the category. I'm going to read the quiz for you. I think I've done a pretty good job of doing the actual Jeopardy thing where the question has little hints and stuff, or the answer has little hints and stuff in there. These will mostly be video game questions, or they're all going to be video game questions. I don't remember if Big Bads is going to be bosses or boss characters. Small Bads is going to be little enemies.
Oh, that's good.
Not necessarily diminutive in state, but enemies that are I don't know if that word's okay. And all the other words for what they could be might be answers in the quest. Oh no. I'm pretty sure the word is fine, but I'm going to say they're just like little baddies. They're just little grunts. Grunts. There we go. Boom, got there. I'm gonna have to look that word up later. The famous quotes category is I'm gonna read a quote to you from a character. You can tell me what character said the famous quote. Before and after, we'll get to in a second. The cutting room floor is a very slightly targeted category. I'm gonna tell you some cool cut content from a video game. You can tell me what video game that content was cut from, or what was cut from the video game, or something like that. Jobber is fine. No, it wasn't Jobber. It was, I'm not even gonna go down that run. I'm 99% certain it's an okay word, but my dumb brain is like, but maybe that's rooted in some awful, horrible thing.
I have done this before too, where I was like,
you can actually looked the word up and it's fine. Like, legitimately, it's not worth going down. But like,
okay. Yeah.
So those. Oh, and before and after, I'm going to give you a question or a statement. That statement is going to be two pieces. It is going to have an ampersand, the and sign, in the middle of it, and that will separate the two clues. The first clue and the second clue will create a conjoining answer. Now that is it is an incredibly difficult thing to say that my dumb heckin' brain should have created an example for, but it was hard finding 5 that worked.
I think I understand.
You know what? Uno Squid, you're right. If I said to you, the third game on the Sega Genesis that included, this isn't even true, Sonic the Hedgehog and also had Tails playable, as well as a cartridge that you could fit another game into the top, you'd say Sonic 3 for the first part and Knuckles for the second part. It's a very traditional Jeopardy thing.
Okay.
You'll see what's going on. I would highly suggest going for the 200 if you don't understand the question. As the winner of last round, Rachel, you have gained control of the board. You have a full birthday point. You have stolen 25% of Gamma's birthday power.
What? That's how this works? Is this like Jumanji?
Now
That's not how Jumanji works
Now
either.
I've got your power.
Now, at the end of the day, you will age 1/4 of a year.
Have we unlocked the age old?
You get out of here! You get out of here!
Rachel, where would you like to go on the board?
Let's go with Let's just jump into before and after for 200.
Absolutely. As a reminder, as soon as I finish the last word, you'll be able to read faster than I can talk. As soon as I finish the last word, buzz in. I'm not gonna be super strict on it, but like, don't buzz in while I'm in the middle of the question, because it creates this like weird like, oh, I should buzz in as fast as I can read thing that people don't like in Jeopardy. Before and after for 200. In Japan, this console launch title was named as the 4th in the series and introduced the long-lasting rideable partner character Yoshi, and the 2004 massive multiplayer sensation that lets you play as a human, orc, or blood elf, among other races.
There are so many question marks floating out of my head right
No,
now.
I think I understand.
Yeah.
I'll bite because I think I
Machi, you have
understand.
buzzed in.
And I'm walking through this.
Machi, you have buzzed in.
Yes.
What are the answers that I'm looking for?
So, and I'm gonna just kind of like walk through this because I'm not positive like how
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing they
how
totally
to
do in
answer.
Jeopardy. Yeah.
But the first clue is Super Mario World, and the second clue is World of Warcraft.
I
so is it
just
like-
got it.
Is it like Super Mario World of Warcraft? Like, is that the answer?
Congratulations.
Okay.
That is how this
Okay.
category
I'm in,
is gonna
I get
work.
it now. Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I really wanted to have a test question for this, but it was hard finding 5 that worked, and I was like, I'm just gonna tell them to start at 200. That is the correct answer. Super Mario World of Warcraft is the way that this category works. Before and after is one of my favorite Jeopardy categories of all times, and I really wanted to include it here. Chat seems to be loving it. Chat, you're awesome. Here, have 200 points.
What?
What?
They earned it.
What did they do?
Well, you know what? We'll take the 200 points away, but chat, you can have 200 points if somebody gives a gift sub or something. I don't know. Machi, you have control of the board. I'm extorting your chat for your birthday.
Let's go. Let's go with small bad for 200.
Small bats for 200. One of the most
Then-
iconic
God
Latin
damn it.
monsters of all time, a mainstay of the Koopa Troopa army that includes several variations, such as boned, winged, raccoon-tailed, and perhaps most famously, shoe-wearing. Rachel, what little guy are we talking about?
That's gonna be a Goomba.
Yeah, what is a Goomba? Also known as a Karibo.
Miserable little pile of mushroom.
Miserable little pile of mushrooms, also known as a Karibo. Little known guy, the bone Koopa from New Super Mario World 2. Or yeah, I think that's the one. Didn't know
sounds
about that
I
one.
think I think my favorite variant is the chibi bow in Super Mario Land. I just like the name.
Ooh, that's a good one. Also, chat, this question was on here so that you could spam emotes. Like, I mean, I'm really baiting you into chat activity, but like, come on.
I love this emote so much. Toaster,
Yeah.
thank you for this tale so much. You're the best.
And it looks like
really good.
Zinfandel's earned chat 200 points. So way to go. Good gift subs.
Yeah.
Sid,
Good job.
thank you.
Control of the board has gone to one Rachel. Where would you like to go?
Let's go with small bats for 400.
Small bats for 400. Who is this little guy?
Reset the buzzer.
reset.
Buzzers.
I will reset the buzzer. Thank you, everyone. A jelly-like creature with a squat body and often translucent skin. Comes in many color variations and oftentimes radiates with electricity to stop you from hitting it with your sword. So, Lay, you have correctly chosen when to buzz in.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I was after. Choo-choos.
Correct. This is a choo-choo. It's a choo-choo jelly.
If
This
you
is a
put
question.
it on a rocket, it becomes a choo-choo rocket.
I
rewrote this question 100 times because choo-choos take so many forms.
Oh yeah. I'm about to get this party canceled. I don't really like Choo Choo Rocket that much.
Fair.
That's fine.
Like it's cute. Like I
You're
don't
allowed to say
dislike
that on your
it,
birthday.
but I feel like if I bought it at like full price for the Dreamcast, I would have been real disappointed.
Ooh. I feel like if I had Record Scratch on Discord sound bites, but like I can hit you with some crickets for your hot take. No, I kind of agree.
Problem.
I will say you should look up the
Oh, no.
Japanese commercial for this game, if nothing else.
I will do this. I do also. It had a GBA port, and I think it makes a lot more sense as a handheld game. I'm way more
Earth-
interested in playing Choo Choo Rocket on the bus than I am, like, at home.
Birthday wishes rescinded. Damn, savage. So, Lei, you have gained control of the board with your powerful answer. Where would you like to go?
Let's do... You know, before and after is really fun. Let's do before and after for 600.
Before and after for 600.
Ooh.
This monster collecting game had a legendary phoenix on its game box cover and allowed you to explore the regions of Johto and Kanto, and a Game Boy Advance and Onwards RPG series where you collect Jin and use psychic-like powers to solve puzzles and explore. Gamma, it looks like you buzzed in just a fraction faster there.
I am pumping my hands up and down in excitement. This is Pokemon Golden Sun.
That's correct. This is Pokemon Golden Sun.
Yes!
Good job.
Hell
so
yes!
I heard like
that was awesome.
I heard a little thump on the keyboard. I was like, oh no.
Oh, this category is really fun.
You know what? I was afraid it would be super polarizing, so I didn't include it in the second quiz section, but I almost did. Players. That's not true. Machi, you have control of the board.
Yeah. Can we do before and after for 4?
Absolutely. Before and after for 400. Rare created this unique setting shooter for the N64 after the success of GoldenEye 64. Just making sure buzzers are reset. Where you play as Joanna Dark as she attempts to stop an extraterrestrial conspiracy by the corporation Datadyne, and a dark fantasy action role-playing game that became so notorious for its difficult gameplay that people still refer to the difficult games in other series as being the blank of their genre. Rachel, you have buzzed in first.
That's gonna be Perfect Dark Souls.
Perfect Dark Souls.
So good.
And as we know,
That's
Perfect
so
Dark
good.
is the Dark Souls of N64 shooters.
Woo!
This category kicks ass.
This was originally my test question because it was like, oh, Perfect Dark. They'll get that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But then I was like, nah, I'm gonna use it as a thing. Rachel, you've gained control of the board. You have 600 mighty points. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna let down Chris, and I'm gonna move over to Big Bads for 200.
Big Bats for 200. These are boss-like creatures, not necessarily final bosses, just bosses in games. Captain of the Gangplank Galleon, this banana horde-stealing crocodile is cunning enough to roll fake credits while feigning death so he can sneak in a cheap shot. All 3 characters have rolled in, but it tells me Gamma has the highest latency of you all. Machi, where are we? Who are we?
This is King K. Rool.
This is King K. Rool. Thank you so much, Clover Chibi, for the raid.
Clover,
Everybody
hello.
come in here, wish a happy Worm Odyssey release day to Machi for his birthday.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Clover, how are you? I hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you for raiding. Thank you for dropping by. Worm Odyssey. What is Worm Odyssey? Tell me about this Worm Odyssey. I'm not familiar with this. But no, thank you so much. I hope everyone's having a great time. I hope everyone's having a lovely evening. Oh, it just came out today? Oh.
Okay, I have the correct amount of points on the board. I was afraid that I'd awarded Gamma extra points, and had I awarded anyone else extra points, I would not have been upset, but I can't let Machi get ahead. Thank you to everyone rating in over. This is a little birthday quiz show from my friend Machi.
Yeah, hello,
his name is
thank you.
Gamma.
Thank you
his
so
name
much.
is Chris. You can call him either of those things. Usually he plays retro games. And, he likes
It's
putting
true.
coins in treasure chests. Adorable treasure chests that are nothing but treasure chests. Hello.
That isn't untrue. I do
Machi-
like doing that.
Machi, where are you? Where would you like to be?
Let's do, can we go to famous quotes for 200?
You absolutely can. Zinfandel is vaguely right. After the question has been posted on board, just give it like 10 seconds or so before you start posting answers in chat. Just give the players the ability to have chat open without feeling like they're cheating. That's all. I know you're all super smart and you know the answer, and once somebody's answered, just feel free to just bomb the question. Be like, yeah, I knew that one. Famous quotes for 200. Who said this? It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rachel buzzed in first on this one. I know what it's telling me that Gamma buzzed in first, but I'm just gonna believe that Rachel did. Rachel, who said this?
I think that might be Duke Nukem.
Is in fact Nuke Dukem. Rachel, you have control of the board.
Let's stick with famous quotes for 400.
Famous quotes for 400. Who said this? You were almost a Jill sandwich. Gamma, you're the only one to buzz in here, so I can't cheat you out of your points.
Hell no, you can't. This is Barry Burton, my friend.
Ooh, I don't think Barry Burton is your friend, actually. You
I'm
have to
pretty
take some
confident
points
he's my
away there.
friend.
This is Barry Burton from Resident Evil. Machi, you gain control of the board for answering super good questions.
Let's do another famous quotes for 600, please.
Absolutely, for 600. Who said this? I am Error.
That...
Gamma.
The gentleman named Error in Zelda 2.
That is in fact Error from Zelda 2.
Is the board okay?
Is the board okay? It's okay. This category exists mostly like I was making famous quotes and
He is Error.
awesome moderator and cool person in chat, Blue Ellie, specifically said this one. I was like, nope, that's a good one. It might have also been another.
That's a
friend in
really
chat.
good one.
It was either Blue Ellie or Lizard Pagon in chat, but either of them might have said it, and I was like, that's the best quote. Famously from Zelda 2, for everyone who isn't speaking their cane and old like I am, there is a translation sort of mix-up where a character named Error, which is like a vague mistranslation thing, happens in one of the early sections of the game, and they simply tell you that their name is Error, but it is in all caps exactly like on screen, so it looks like they are simply printing out an error receipt or something.
Yeah.
And the character's name is actually Error, which I think comes up later in Zelda 2.
It does,
Once
yeah.
you gained control of the board, I just thought it was so funny to be like, I am Error. Yeah, of course, that is Error.
I
Who
had
also
to think. I had to think real hard about it for a second before
my
before
brain
answering.
locked up when that showed up. I'm like,
Yeah, his brother Bug and him are related to a quest. Yeah, it is an R and L thing from the translation, and this was before video games had better translations. But
Can we go to the cutting room floor for 200?
absolutely, this category is all about cut content. This popular Super Nintendo RPG title had several copy protection measures built in to mess with people who might try to pirate the game, including an SRAM check, freeze wall on startup, massively increased enemy spawn rates that make the game nearly unplayable, and a final devastating check before the final boss that hangs your game and deletes your save, leaving you unable to finish your journey. Rachel, you have buzzed in first.
I'm gonna make up for earlier. This is the first Earthbound. Not the first one we got here in the US. It's Earthbound, Mother 2. God.
This is Earthbound Mother 2. I apologize. I know a lot of these are longer questions. Like, people be sitting on the thing. I had to write really long questions. Like, I know Jeopardy questions are a little more succinct than this, but I wanted this to have as much guessability as possible. Yeah, this is maybe one of my favorite. Like, first of all, Earthbound is in my top 3 games probably forever. This is one of my favorite things to know about Earthbound. That like copy, like, because copy protection on Super Nintendo games wasn't like a big deal where I was in North America / Canada as a kid, but like apparently in Japan it was a big enough deal that they had copy protection starting to appear in games around then. And the fact that in addition to everything else, they included just a silent check that deletes your save before the final boss is
so fucking funny.
So funny. Also, to get to that point, you would basically have to beat the increased enemy spawn rates. So one thing I didn't talk about here is the massively increased enemy spawn rates actually crash the game quite often because Earthbound is a tangle of code. It is genuinely one of the most impressively put on the Super Nintendo things. It wasn't that they were unheard of here. It was just that they were like less common. I guess I was young. you know, like I wouldn't have understood. And then later in life, I found out my favorite game had a bunch of cool things. There's tons of awesome cut content from Earthbound. It's also why Earthbound is really hard to make a ROM hack of.
That makes so much sense.
Uncommon. It was kind of uncommon for first-party games from Nintendo to have this kind of copy protection stuff in them. That was like other companies were doing this kind of stuff, but usually not Nintendo. So.
Yeah, it's also funny that Earthbound ended up being a cult classic super successful and we still don't have a proper translation for 3. That sucks.
No.
Rachel, the board is yours. Although, I will say, for anybody who has ever been waiting for Earthbound or Earthbound 2/Mother 3 to get translated, the fan translation is one of the most gorgeous pieces of, like, fan work in the world.
Yeah, just
They
play
did
it.
a
Oh
good
yeah.
job.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
super
They
good.
did a good job.
Anyway, let's go to the cutting room floor for 400.
Let's go to the cutting room floor for 400. In almost every instance, jumping on repeated enemies in Super Mario World gives you bonuses up to a final 1-up mark, but due to a programming oversight, this one enemy actually has bonuses after the 10th stomp, including a 2-up, a 3-up, and a 5-up. I don't have the buzzers up. Rachel!
This feels like cheating because I'm one of the people that actually like looked into the programming behind this. This is Wigglers in Super Mario World.
This is Wigglers from
Oh
Super Mario World!
shit!
And then you start getting coins in increments of 5 up to 25. It is a little bit cheating. Most of the quiz was based around the fact that I knew Gamma would know things. So I asked him for a fun fact about his friends who were joining us. And so yeah, I knew that this was a little weighted towards you. I believe I didn't give you points for that. Boom. You have your points for the cutting room floor. Where would we like to go?
Let's go to before and after for 800.
Ooh.
Before and after for 800. A 1995 platform title where you play as an anthropomorphic star. Despite being very popular as a classic down the line, this game suffered from releasing near the end of the Genesis' lifespan. And one of the best-selling indie games of all time. With over 30 million copies sold, this cozy simulation game recently received its 1.6 update, which added several new features, including Green Rain. Ooh, I'm gonna push this one to Soleil. I know that it says Rachel Buzz first, but I saw the Soleil. I think there was a little bit of
It
ping
showed up
ping.
first. Go
Yeah,
Soleil.
that was weird. I'm actually not confident in this, but I want it to be right. Restardew Valley.
This is Restardew Valley. Yeah, this is the before and after that nobody got during testing. Nobody knew about Ristar. Ristar is just a fantastic little game. It's one of the cooler platformers of all time. It definitely has a lot of early game nonsense that like the N64 game era started to put into games. Like it has like Klonoa and otherwise features.
God, Klonoa is good.
I
no,
wasn't sure about the
some
Stardew
other
Valley part of it.
Some other people did get it. Yes, sorry. It was mostly on guess. And Stardew Valley recently got its cool update, and there's a day in summer where it just rains green rain, and it's weird.
That
But
sounds
Stardew
scary.
It is scary. It fills the world with like moss and dark tree and giant fern trees, and they all go away the day after. But all the villagers in town like either hide in the saloon or like stay out of the way for it. It's very fun.
That's awesome.
Bizarre.
Soleil, you have control of the board.
Big bads for 1,000. We haven't done 1,000 yet.
True.
Big bads for 1,000. The biggest bad,
Biggest bad.
might not actually be the biggest bad, but we'll find out. The ruler of Subcon, who acts as a tyrant who has cursed the land and its people. Nearly invincible, the only way to defeat this boss is to feed him his vegetables. Rachel.
That's a wart.
It is Wart.
That's a wart.
Gamma, I'm having... Can you read that first sentence for me real quick?
Mamu.
The ruler of Subcon. who act-
Subcon does not!
No! 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 No, you don't! Get out of here!
Rachel, you
You
have control of
tricked
the board,
me!
and Gamma has just lost 1,000 points.
Oh my my god. Let's get a big bets for 400.
I was gonna make that the daily double and make you read it off, but I had no way to prove that you wouldn't be the big bets. A villain was too big to find a place in fighting games for a long time. This draconic extraterrestrial originates from the planet Zebes, starting as a space pirate, but becomes the arch nemesis of one of the greatest bounty hunters of all time. Gamma, you have buzzed in.
This be Ridley!
This do be Ridley. Is it Zebes? Is it Zebes?
Oh.
I completely blanked on his name right there.
I think
Yeah.
it's Zebes.
Yeah. Gamma, you have control of the board even though you are still owned.
Fuck you! Can we go, small bads for 6?
I hope somebody clips that for me. These often shadowy creatures are a manifestation of the heart, the 3 parts of a person's being. They behave entirely devoid of emotion, which is how they've earned their namesake. So Lay,
This game isn't Donkey Kong.
The Heartless.
this is the Heartless.
That's right.
Is one of
Claire,
the more
thank
interesting is one of the more interesting parts of it is one of maybe 3 interesting parts of Kingdom Hearts lore at this point. That the Heartless are actually made up of a person's heart. They are one of the person's 3 souls. Of course, that's true as long as you're following the timeline of Kingdom Hearts that exists between Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, and you don't include certain lore that comes from Rechain of Memories, 358 over 2 days, Birth by
That's gonna be
Sleep
the
or
rest of the
Recoded.
stream.
You also have to ignore just a little bit of tangential relations that come from Dream Dot Distance, maybe some Kingdom Hearts 3 remixes, also the Kingdom Hearts 4 upcoming trailer, potentially disillusion some of the things. And you also have to look at this from the point of view where you are ignoring both Melody of Memory and the 2.8 final chapter prologue, which only released.
Toaster, thank you!
Soleil, you have control of the board.
I'm sorry. Before and after for 1,000.
I unfortunately could have done that much longer. Before and after for 1,000. This most recent entry in a long-standing series about the world of Hylia allows you to combine objects together to solve puzzles while exploring the world, and an often forgotten action role-playing game that didn't meet the mark of similar titles, despite having world-building input from R.A. Salvatore, art from Todd McFarlane, and composed tracks from Grant Kirkhope.
Oh, fuck, I know those names.
Shoot.
Players, I'm gonna have to pass this one to chat.
I know half of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, chat. Looks like we got Tears
Oh,
of the
I
Kingdom
know.
of Amalur. I mean, I can't deny it. Chat, this is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdoms of Amalur.
Oh,
The first place my
fuck!
brain went, even though I've never
Yeah.
played that game.
So,
I haven't played it either, and I knew what it was and couldn't remember the name.
yeah,
I-
when I was trying to put trivia in for this game, I couldn't include anything from the game because nobody played it. But most people do know these names and they might come in together. This is also a little bit of a misleading clue. If I'm being completely honest, the world building input from R.A. Salvatore is true, but he was supposed to do a lot of writing on the game. He built the world and then got busy with other projects, is my understanding loosely of a Wikipedia article. Like, I'm not... I went pretty deep on this. The art from Todd McFarlane and the composed tracks from Grant Kirkhope are the fun parts that like a lot of people remember. I did play the game. It's very fun, but it existed in the world where Bethesda open worldy titles existed, and it wasn't open world enough, so it suffered a little bit from that.
I
That's,
can't believe. As soon as I saw Adam type something in chat, I was like, "Shit, it's that game!" But it
Yeah.
was. I wasn't confident enough in remembering the name to buzz in.
And the game and the MMO is supposed to be a spin-off of was a fraud. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't read much into the fraud stuff. I did enjoy big names like one of my favorite composers doing work on it. Although I'm not a big Todd McFarlane fan, I still was like, oh, that's cool.
That's he did
chat.
Spawn, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Chat.
ever written anything, or I don't think I've ever read anything by him.
I've read some of the Spawn stuff. Chat, you have control of the board, so I'm gonna the cutting room floor for 1,000.
Damn.
All right, we're gonna go to the cutting room floor for 1,000. The better-known name of a character in a popular Super Nintendo RPG, whose real name in the Japanese release of the game was. Then, in the English release, they were renamed to. Rachel, you have buzzed in first. Who is this?
That's gonna be Gino.
It is Gino.
Gino
I
can
could
stay
not-
salty.
Yeah. would not does not offer a whole lot as a character for Smash. Don't know why we are pushing for him. Other than he's kind of cool. They're kind of cool. This is one of the more interesting things to me. These symbols in the Japanese release of Super Mario RPG exist purely to be Gino's name, and for this one section, they are made up characters for this particular section.
Oh shoot, yeah, they are.
And
Whereas those are
then-
used elsewhere, right?
Well, these are not only used elsewhere; they're just standard characters as well.
Yeah.
It bothers me they could have included those in the font. I'm sure they had room for them. They just didn't.
They super did because it just logistically speaking, turning the Japanese to English, you would have had less characters in the long run, so you would have had extra character space. But it just is like a incredibly weird like, not only does having a totally unpronounceable, unknowable name seem cool, this is like, what am I, heart note exclamation question? Yeah, my name is heart note exclamation. Yeah, literally in chat. Yeah, that's Gino. Rachel, that is 1,000 points to you. Where would you like to go on the board?
Let's go up to 800 cutting room floor.
Cutting room floor for 800. In this Crow Team developed indie shooter, anti-cheat measures in the game make a giant immortal scorpion spawn to kill you in the first level. In addition, in the 5th level, after running beneath a bridge, you might find yourself staring up at the sky and running in circles. All anti-cheat in the game could be bypassed by installing the game in a path that contains the word Steam, however. Gamma.
This is Serious Sam 3.
This is Serious Sam 3 BFE, but I'll give it to you. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
This one is the
Birthday
hardest.
fun edition.
This is the hardest question on the board by a super long shot, but on the Cutting Room Floor website, this is one of the "Do you know?" questions. So I was.
Plugopy, thank you.
Heck yeah.
Thank you. Happy birthday
Well,
to you too.
you know what? We take a subscription and we add a couple of points to chat. Chat, you're at 1,400. Machi, you have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
I would like to see Big Bads for 600.
Big Bads for 600. This recurring villain returns to flesh time and time again, not by his own hand, to sit on the throne at the top of his iconic castle. Often finds his defeat at the hands of a famous cursed clan or his own child. Everybody's buzzed in, but it's telling me Gamma got it first.
This is Dracula.
This is, in fact, Dracula from the Castlevania series. It's
Actually,
not by my.
Vlad, no.
It is.
No.
It is Vlad Tepes. Would have accepted the wide range of answers. I even might have accepted. But it's maybe a little bit of a spoiler, but a newer, they're not newer by my old man standards, character in the franchise who's now Dracula. I think still
Now Dracula. I believe
They must still be
Like,
Dracula because they don't
closest
have
to-
games from the future.
they're closest to Dracula as possible, I think.
They're Dracula-like, which is like a roguelike except with Dracula.
Yeah.
Gamma, you have control of the board. It's your birthday. So chat, where are we going next?
Hell yeah. a Dracula-like, if you will.
A Dracula-like. BB for 800, quotes for 1,000, famous quotes. BB, yeah, let's go to quotes for 1,000. Looks like I see a couple of quotes. I see a quote for 1,000. BB, maybe, yeah. Quotes for 800, small bad for 1,000. I see a bunch of mixed answers. I don't see two of the same answer ever, which is making this harder. So unfortunately, I'm gonna go for Big Bads for 800 because it seems like the fairest because it's the first one in chat. Big Bads for 800.
It's not reset.
Ooh. Big Bads for 800. With a mask covering his face and a plethora of quotable lines, this good-looking president of Hyperion considers himself the true hero, despite his first in-game appearance involving blowing up the train the players are riding on. Machi.
This be Handsome Jack.
This is Handsome Jack.
What game?
This is from
from
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Oh. I
This
didn't
is-
say that. Okay.
Yeah, this is in the small realm of like not really a retro game that exists on the board. But
Boo. Ooh.
It is kind of technically a retro game at this point. So.
Zin, thank you for those bits. Wow.
Players. Machi, you have control of the board. There are 5 questions left. Where would you like to go?
Let's take me the famous quotes for 1,000, my friend.
Famous quotes for 1,000. I raised you and loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There's nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life. See some exclamation points in chat, which is the way chat has been saying they know the question, which I think is super cool. Way to go, chat. This is a hard quote. Yeah, it's a 1,000-point question. And it looks like my players don't know this quote. Players, chat. Who said this? Oh, it's not Mario teaches typing. I'm sorry, Elegant Fun.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Oh,
that's where my
damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah!
I
Oh, yeah!
Now you can't see it because I'm just a humble treasure chest, but the grin upon my face is quite wide when I hear my players go, "Oh, fuck."
Oh,
And
God,
in the game, I've just seen people play that scene a few times.
I watched the end to this game. Oh, God, what was that? That wasn't even a full month ago, I think.
No, it was very recent.
Yeah,
I
it
played
sure
the whole thing
was.
when it was new and never again, so that has completely left my memory.
This is in the core young Pentachill's growth moments. Like, this will live in my head. Like, even when I start to lose mental faculty, this will live because it's a core memory. The moment where she says this is just so impactful. I was like, damn, that's it. Chat, where would you like to go? I'm gonna go with the third person to say it. So hopefully 3 of you say it.
Now it's a game of chicken in chat.
Yeah, exactly. Cutting ROM quotes 8. Quotes 8 is the third real thing I see. So Slushy Cat, we're going to quotes for 800. Players have been unbuzzed out. From where you're kneeling, it must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Oh, fuck.
Gamma, who said this?
Oh, wait, who said this? Benny. Benny's his name.
It
Yes!
is his name. Retaining a little of your birthday power. This is Benny. This is the opening lines to Fallout New Vegas. In my head, a long time ago, I thought that quote was going to be one of the biggest quotes of all time because it kind of hits the right notes for me. But it's really not that cool.
I think it's a good line. I think it's a good line. Yeah.
It traveled enough because I never played that game and it was familiar.
That makes me feel good. Machi, you have control of the board. There's 3 questions left.
Please give me the biggest small bad.
The biggest small bads. You would like 1,000 small bads for 1,000. 1,000 small bads.
That's a lot of small bads.
A curious and nomadic bird wyvern that stands out with its distinctive appearance and behavior, recognized for its habit of picking up objects from the environment such as rocks or nuts and throwing them at hunters. Soleil.
Kuliaka.
This is a Kuliaku.
God,
which is
I'd hesitated
technically a
a
boss
second
monster,
because
I
I had to
suppose.
put the name together in my head.
technically a boss monster, but it's the smallest of the monsters.
I thought it was Kutku at first. Until the very end.
Bird up!
Bird up.
Bird up! Soleil, you have control of the board. Which of the 2 remaining questions would you like to grab?
Small bats for 800.
Small bats for 800. Despite appearing in almost every game in the franchise, the English translation for this enemy name didn't become consistent until around 2004. This wily enemy wears a hard hat and can often deflect all attacks coming its way. Gamma, you've buzzed in first.
These are Mets.
Can you be more specific?
Oh, Metars?
Can you be more specific?
No.
Well, you are correct. We were going to take any version of Metul, Metar, Metal.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me that I could have included a picture in the answer, and I should have included a picture of a Met. Yeah, the very interesting story of the Met, that its English translation name was super inconsistent for a long time. Yeah, just little hard hat wearing guys with a little green plus on their head because that's what are on the heads of construction working hats in Japan. They are delightful little creatures. I do love me some mets. Maybe my favorite video game enemy, period.
Oh, I love them
I
so
don't
much.
think
They're
I
so good.
Never knew that they had names.
I knew them as hard hats for years because Mega Man 2 was the first Mega Man game I ever owned, and that's what they're called
Oh,
there.
yeah.
In my quiz notes, we will accept hard hats for that answer. So, because that is a name they were given. In fact, I'm kind of surprised. I thought I had written it on a second line, but I must not have fixed that one up later. The cutting room floor is going to be 600. That's going to be our last question. I'm going to say the Met name has stuck with me most because in the Battle Network series, that's the Mega Man I get the most joy out of these days.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw that enemy named. Battle Network 3 was a really early... Wait, was that my first Mega Man game? Yeah, it was actually. Battle Network 3 was my very first Mega Man game.
Right, cutting room floor for 600 to close out the round. Well, you can already transform into a helicopter and submarine in this Super Nintendo title. You might be surprised to hear that the game contains several unused transformations, including a mushroom, plane, and walking tree. Rachel, what video game are we?
That would be Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
That is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
I never heard of these fucking later transformations.
You should go and look them up on the Cutting Room Floor website, where you can find all the cool cut content from video games, or a lot of it at least. The walking tree is just a fucking tree, just a tree, and the mushroom looks weird.
I think you can technically, like, if you hack the code, you can still turn into a mushroom, but the game just, like, explodes afterwards.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
from my brief reading on the website, 2 of them you can turn into, and then 1 of them you can do nothing. 1 in ROM hacks you can vaguely do some things, and then the plane just sort of doesn't work. Everybody's touching fuzzy, getting dizzy in chat. That's a what did I do? I broke things.
Oh no!
Do you need me to hide this?
No, I don't need you to hide. Well, maybe hide it just in case.
Yeah, where did I put? Ah, here it is. Achoo!
All right, I'm hidden. I'm like 95% certain that all that's going to happen is yeah. All right, you can unhide it.
Swoop! Do you like my Foley?
Players, that concludes the end of round 2. This is probably a good time to get up, stretch your legs, have a little drink. It's a good time for chat to really recognize that they got a ton of points. Chat, if you want to realize how cool and awesome you are, realize that Machi just recovered 25% of his birthday power. And feel free
that's true.
Cheer him on. Throw birthday celebrations at him. Tell him how cool he is.
No, stop!
Chat,
Would
who's
you
your
look at
favorite-
that? I'm taking a
who's your-
BRB. Whoops.
Ooh, that's a good
Those
time.
days
Because
are
then,
numbered.
if you can, you have 10 of Chris's points. Absolutely, those are going to you right now.
What the
Chat.
fuck? What?
Chat, please tell me your favorite small enemy in video game chat. In video game chat, in stream chat.
Oh man, what's mine? It might be Mets. I know I was not asked specifically, but I'm answering with my voice because
Lakitu is very
I have
high
this
up
much
there.
gall.
Slimes from GQ. Oh, slimes from GQ were supposed
yeah.
to be one of the questions.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Do loot bugs from Warwich count? Yes.
Oh
bugs
hell
are good.
yeah.
Hey, thank you for the follow, guys.
Ooh, Shy Guys are good.
Shy Guys are good. Yeah.
I do really like Shy Guys. I don't know if I could actually pick one.
Yeah, this is a really hard question.
Waddle Dee is good. The little mice from Kirby's Squeak Squad.
Oh, I fucking love the characters in Squeeze Squad so much.
I kind of like Fuzzies. I don't know if they're my favorite. Tom Berries are real high up
Tom Berries are real high.
Monday.
Oh yeah.
there.
Yeah,
They're actually called Swirlish Bombs. So Pourings. Ooh.
those are my slimes. The DQ slimes, yeah, that's fine, but I love pourings.
Oh man, I think Waddle Dee and like Waddle Doo are my favorite small end. Like I just get so much joy seeing them. And they're Kirby games, so they're just often depicted as just like hanging out. So you just see a lot of cool art of just like Waddle Dee just like chilling having like a picnic or something. It's great time being a Waddle Dee fan.
How many rounds are we doing in this game again? I've forgotten.
We
I
have
think
we're at the halfway
four
point,
prepared.
but the third round is another picture round, which will go by pretty quick.
Yeah, I think if anyone does want to BRB, this would be like actually
this is
a
good
great
in
time
between
for it.
time for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I need to get up and like make something a little more substantial food-wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
sure, yeah.
And the
I
good
will
news is,
also
for the first
be
time
on
in Gamma Chris history, he doesn't have to go on break because I'll just keep talking to his chat.
True. Although
Yeah,
I
what's your
did.
What's your favorite quiz show telling treasure chest?
You, Pentachills.
I asked chat.
Oh.
You're supposed to be on break. I am not a treasure chest. That's a weird thing for Zero Elect to say. Every part of my being wants to time you out for exactly 1 second, Zero Elect. So just imagine that I've done that, but without the part where you like socially feel bad about it happening. Nobody is coming to mind. That's fair. Wasn't there one in Paper Mario? I think there was. Rev Oshawott is their own favorite. That's fair.
Yeah, fair, true.
This is interesting. Chat really just wanting to lose a couple of points at the start of the round. Just didn't want to start with a bunch of rounds. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's all fun and games till your points are gone. Yeah, you can stay over there. Hey, I actually have something. Oh, I have a couple of gold coins inside of me. I have some witches materials inside of here. They're all hexagon shaped as well.
That's good.
Imagine liking any question asking chest. That's fair. Oh, I just realized who that is. I was like, damn, I should remember that username to tell a friend about because their SO will like that name. And now I realize that is just my friend using their SO's Twitch account.
My
I
friend
did say hexagons.
Pentachills.
There's a couple inside of here.
What would happen if you were exploring a dungeon and you came across 2 treasure chests and both
One
of
that
them
told
spoke
truth
to
and
you?
one told lies.
Yeah, and one of them spoke truths and the other only lies.
I would become a bigger treasure chest and put them inside of me and use them as part of my hoard, my treasure hoard. I'm like a
Can
little
you
dragon.
do
I like
that?
having more. Yeah, of
Like a
course I can.
Matryoshka chest?
Yeah. This little PNG that I made today has just furthered my incredible desire to make a full Mimic VTuber.
It's such a fucking good idea.
I played through the first dungeon of M-Logic. I actually died on the last floor the first time I played it. Pretty sure it's against the rules. Is it against the rules? Yeah, I meant a treasure chest VTuber, of course.
What the?
You know what? Actually,
Jordan,
you know
thank
what?
you.
Hexagon Witch and Rev Oshawott, you just got chat's points backs. Way to go. That was a test and you won. Yo, Jordan the Kitty, thank you for the subscription.
Thank you.
It is Gamma Chris's birthday. Everybody please remember that when you are thinking about where your bits are going today. Or your Amazon Prime subscriptions, which are free.
What?
Those still exist, right?
Yes. Yeah, I use mine every month.
Not on me. That's weird.
You do have really cute emotes. Could you
I do
post
have
Omen
really
again?
cute emotes, but I wish... I just sadly, for a long time, my computer didn't handle streaming, but now I'm in a computer and I could probably stream again.
Oh, hell yeah!
You'll take potent potables for 2,000. I still love... we have talked about the SNL skits pre-stream. They're very good. Do you know that Gamma Chris has a throne wish list with all kinds of cool stuff? And someone should link that in chat. The earliest known image of a treasure chest mimic with a mouth was from Dragon Quest, as far as you know. That might be vaguely true. I wonder if that'll come up later. I wonder if there's a whole section of this game about treasure chests. Kirby plush has already been bought. Oh, heck yeah, Kirby plushes are good. There's a Kirby category in this next list.
Oh, fuck, Monday, thank you!
Thank you,
Damn
Monday.
it.
Gamma really appreciates what you're doing, but he's too embarrassed to say like that he's really thank you. What he would like to tell you is that he actually doesn't have the words to express his joy for what you've done. Like he just genuinely doesn't know how to handle sincere thank yous. So I'm gonna say thank you on his behalf. He really appreciates the game preparations.
What? What are you doing?
Elias Goodman, thank you for the subscription. Deep Freeze, thank you for the Prime subscription. Gamma really doesn't know how to say thank you. He's really bad at it, so thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. You're watching Gamma Chris. You can call him Gamma. You can call him Chris. On most days, we stream retro games. On other days, we stream not retro games. That's not true. It's mostly retro games.
What the fuck?
He does do some really long. Oh, thank you for that heckin' big donation. Happy birthday! I have the stream very small, so I couldn't see the full name, but that looked like a panda name. So pandas are pretty good. Pretty good. Gamma Chris is of course a mimic VTuber pretending to be a red panda. He's actually a Tanuki.
What?
If I can have all chat appreciate our Tanuki stream host.
This is not a Tanuki stream.
Yeah,
I know a
it's weird.
Tanuki who streams.
It's weird because you're saying red panda, but I see orange. Your colorblind mimic facade has failed you.
Mimics
Deception,
aren't
I agree.
colorblind.
Wow. That's interesting.
They do
that you know
probably
that.
have dark
it's
vision,
interesting
though.
that you know that they're not colorblind. A Tanuki named Machi? That would be good.
Machi's so fucking clever. I really like Machi.
While we're waiting for break time for Rachel and Soleil, I think Soleil's actually still here, but while we're waiting for everybody to get back, why doesn't everyone go into the Twitch settings, find your favorite Gamma Chris clip, post that in chat. I wish I had it between quiz time because I knew I was going to be able to sit at the computer longer than most people.
I actually thought about, because I think what was it? There was something. Was it for my birthday? I don't remember. What the Faxborn thing? Thank you for the coffee bucks.
Thank you for the coffee bucks, Faxborn. Once again, I
Triptych,
really just
thank
don't know how to say thank you.
Thank
God,
you.
I'm just
Did I not say?
shy and bashful? Oh,
What,
I'm so shy
what did
and
I
bashful.
say?
No, I'm just being you. Oh, whoa.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
Ooh, that is a good clip, but it does feel savage. That was not bait for show me getting a teeth nuts joke on. You just thought of a before and after? Heck yeah, you should you should post that in Gamma's Discord somewhere. What's a pirate's favorite letter? That's a good one.
God, I fucking love that clip. Fuck, what was it where I put together a clip show? Was it was it for my Live 2D debut?
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like yeah. That's what it was for.
I
God
said yes.
damn it! I know Pentachills remembers that clip.
Oh yeah. Perhaps one of my favorite Gamma Chris clips is him saying that he's illiterate. That was a very good one. I also have a clip. This isn't one that I shared with most people. Like, we didn't post this in chat, but in FF6, there's a section of the game where you chase a pigeon. And the pigeon goes to a town. And Gamma went over literally every village in the game, stopping at most of them to see if it was the one the pigeon had gone to. And when he flew over the town the pigeon did go to, he's like, well, it can't be that one, and then kept going. And he did that twice. And I would love to tell you from the depths of my heart, with my whole chest, that was a joke, a gaffe, a intentional thing he did. But no, he does just be walking into his own dangers.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, is that the Doomgaze clip? Oh, that's a good one. Look at all this love for Gamma Chris coming in, all these quotes being posted.
Gosh, stop it! No.
Hey, just a heads up. Rachel got stuck in the drive-thru McDonald's, so I'm gonna take over for a little bit.
Excellent.
That's okay.
Hello.
It's Jen!
Hello, I'm Jen. I don't know what's going on with my head. This happens sometimes. Don't worry about it.
It's good. It, looks good on you.
Thanks.
Real quick, how much water do I have left? I'm
Go
gonna
get some water.
refresh my water. I'll actually be right back.
Yeah. All right, chat. This is where you bomb him with love. just call him cute and chat a whole bunch before he gets back, it will literally break him.
All I have is nachos. Can I throw those? Is that fine?
That would absolutely be fun. Alta Zemeth, thank you for the tier 1 for 5 years. 5 years.
Get a load of
Chris is cute. Heck yeah. Can we pin that message?
Zinfandel, you can order me lots of nachos.
He's such a bastion of positivity and go get him attitude. I don't know about go get him attitude. Positivity for sure. Cute red panda who's not a tanuki. I'll allow it because I asked for it. Also, it's probably true, but it's more fun. Oh, I see some bits. Thank you for the bits. Oh, I bet he totally is bouncing when he knows the answer. Streamer is gone. Post support. Mods are AFK. Post bits.
He actually straight up did say that he was at one point. It was for the one that I also freaked out at. What was it? The Golden Sun one.
Oh heck yeah, that makes sense.
What was the first part of it? I've already forgotten.
Pokemon Gold.
Oh right.
Which I admit was a bit of a stretch, but I went really hard on the Pokemon.
No, that was so good.
It has a Phoenix because it wasn't Pokemon Gold and Silver or Silver and Gold, you know. You would consider him somewhat
that was
attractive.
really good.
Yeah, I thought the before and after category was very strong. I'm a big fan. I'm glad it went over well. It was the one I was legitimately, because like there was a chance that every one of those was like a little too hard or that the players didn't like, and it was just a category everyone's like, eh.
No, they were all awesome.
Heck yeah. I'm glad we did the 200 so that everyone could. It was like, I see. Hello, operator. I'd like to deposit 100 bits. He will have a hard time thanking everybody when they get back, but thank you everybody for the wonderful support for Mr. Gamacris's birthday. He is
What the fuck is going on?
Looking forward to all the stammering.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much
Here
fun.
it is.
What the fuck? Shut up! I won't stammer. What the fuck's
see.
happening in here?
Let's see.
What?
For the cute red panda.
What? I mean, yeah.
Gamma Cute by Neo Zero. Adam Amar says Chris is very cute. True facts.
No!
Zerozek says Chris is so cute. Spiffman Space says Gamma Chris is cute in all caps. Cute. Chris is extremely cute and cool and funny and a joy to be around, says Molly. He's such a bastion of positivity and go get him attitude.
No.
Gamma Chris is cute. Zero Lick loves your streams. Tripty says you're a cute red panda who's also not a tanuki, which is a thing that would be said by somebody in chat who had been fooled by your mimic disguise.
No.
When you're reading an answer and Chris knows the question and is bouncing, that shit's adorable.
Stop.
He has the most protagonist energy of anyone I know. He has the most sidekick energy of anyone I know. I will agree that there's a little bit of protagonist energy, Kojanu, but he's like the protagonist that's there with. He's like almost a Samwise, right? Like a side character who's almost the protag, although Samwise was definitely the protag. Jen is also cute.
Yeah, goddamn, yeah.
Streamer's gone. Post support.
thank
There's
you.
some bits there. He's bouncing so much.
Stop. Stop
I would also
it.
consider him somewhat attractive, maybe. Then a bunch of bitch donations. And look, a lot of extra cute donations have come in since I started reading this. Wow, that's
Stop! What's
yeah,
happening?
Chris, it's your
What's
birthday.
going
Happy birthday.
on?
Especially cute with embarrassed. Dang.
No,
birthday, Gamma.
no.
You are the reddest
Koja,
panda
thank
right
you.
now.
Yeah, this is how we get him to be a red
Real.
panda.
No! Fuck you! Don't encourage them.
This could actually just be the rest of the stream. This is great.
See,
What?
the thing is that he thought I was here to give him a quiz, but I'm actually here to embarrass the hell out of him.
Stop it! I'm not embarrassed. You're embarrassed. Fuck you.
You're not
Thank you for the bits.
Gamacris is one of the few individuals in this planet that I would almost enjoy watching Skinamarink with. Skinamarink's the worst movie I've ever seen. It's real bad. Players, are we all here and ready for round 3?
I am ready.
Yeah.
I think so.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the stream, Jen. Players, this is another Where Are We round. So this is all going to be pictures. You can buzz in right away when you know the answer. We have 5 categories. We have Where Are We Sega Edition, a little bit self-explanatory. Skinamarink D's moves. Thank you, Zinfandel. You got me. Where RPG We, which is the better title for the first round, but I used it for the second round because damn, I'm clever. These are all RPG titles mostly. Where Are We? But Cozy. These are going to be cozy or cozy-ish related video games. You might not fully agree with all of them, but I believe all of these are cozy-ish. Kirby, Right Back Where Are We? Is a reference to the wonderful animated TV series Kirby Right Back at Ya. This is all Kirby answers and is maybe the hardest category in today's quiz. And then we have Panda Chill's Potpourri. These are random games, but these are all games that I love, and it's maybe a little bit weighted because Gamma knows the games I like, but...
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna go with Soleil. Soleil, you are a true treat. I just met you today. I hope you are having a wonderful day. You have control of the board.
Let's go with Cozy for 600.
We'll go for Cozy for 600. I will just respond to chat real quick here. Get him to keyboard mash vocally. I have gotten so many keyboard mashes out of Machi over the years. Like, oh, jeez. If somebody's gonna string you a set of characters that just eloquently says, "I'm embarrassed, please stop," ooh, wah, it is Gamma.
No!
Right.
No!
Gamma, I know you have your eyes closed to try to hide your face in shame, but players, do you know where we are? Soleil, you've buzzed in first. Where are we?
Oh gosh, we love Katamari.
I will accept any game from the franchise because this one's a little bit of a slip. This is the original Katamari Damacy, but it's technically the reroll engine,
I've
which...
never played any of them, but
Yeah,
I
but...
gotta go back
that's a
and
pretty...
finish this.
Oh yeah, very fun games, extremely... kind of short. So like a lot of friends were telling me this is the best game ever, you have to play it, and then I was a little disappointed with how short they were, but like still just extremely fun, extremely cozy. Players, Soleil, you have crushed round one. You're starting to steal the birthday energy from the adorable red panda hiding his face.
No! I need that!
Where would we like to go?
Thank you for
Where
following.
RPG for 800.
Where RPG we for 800? Players, where in RPGs are we? Soleil,
Oh, jeez.
Legend of Dragoon.
this is Legend of Dragoon.
Oh, shit!
This is a game so
I
obscure.
love this game.
Yeah, it's so cool. I have a fun story for almost everything on here, but this is one I literally can't go away. First of all, this picture is just directly a combat scene from Legend of Dragoon because it's just obscure enough of an RPG that I was like, I don't want to mess with this. I know Gamma hasn't played it, so... this is a game that is one of the only RPGs I can think of that's actively worse or better depending on which version of the PlayStation you play it on. If you play it on emulation,
right, you told me
it's
about
generally
this.
a fantastic game. But on the older, overheating prone original PlayStations, not the PlayStation Minis, you could actually overheat while playing the game, and this game had an active combat system with combos. So like when you attacked with your player, it would run forward and they would do like, you'd have to hit a timed hit like 3 or 4 times in a row. And the
It's a
line
Super
of...
Mario RPG system, but more complicated.
Exactly. They were called additions in the game, which I'm not really sure. I think that must have been a translation thing. But like some of them had very elaborate animations that would lag on the older PlayStation, and it would make the game nearly unplayable. Like because your time.
Somehow I played the whole thing like that.
Yeah, me too. And then later I played it fixed, and I was like, this game is so much better than I thought it was. So later crushing it. Where on the board would we like to go?
Where RPG we for 600?
Where RPG we? Players, again, RPGs, where are we? Damn it, looks like you've rung in first. That was a tight one, though.
This is Fallout 1.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is technically
Yes!
Fallout, a post-nuclear role-playing game, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
The
Yeah,
full
you're
title
right.
I
is-
know even less about RPGs than Rachel does. Jeez.
They can be rough. This particular one is on here just because I think the original title of the first Fallout game is like really funny. They were like,
It's a really
we want
funny
people-
title.
We want people to know what they're getting into. Machi, happy birthday! You're an adorable red panda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where would you
8
like to go on
lives,
board?
Biggie Mouse, hello. Real quick, I love what you're doing with these titles, especially where are PG we.
Yeah, these ones are better titles than the first ones.
I would like to take Kirby right back. Where are we for 200?
Absolutely. Players, which Kirby game are we in? Rachel, you're crushing it. Where are we?
That is gonna be Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards.
It's also Jen. I apologize because the buzzer is lying to me because you're playing from Rachel's PC. So
It's fine. We look pretty much the same anyway.
yeah, I know, but I realized that chat was like, I'm not looking at chat because I know that they have just destroyed me, and I
Rachel
deserve
called
it.
me and said she's still stuck in the drive-thru, so she's gonna be a while.
Yeah, and now I'm looking over at chat. Yep, I'm getting destroyed. That's fair. I deserve it. 100%. Jen, that's 200 points for you. This is, in fact, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Maybe the biggest disappointment in my video game history. I think the game is fine.
Wow.
I think this is actually one of the better N64 titles, but this Kirby game comes after, like, chronologically in like the mainline timeline, comes after what I would consider to be just an infinitely superior game. And
Oh yeah,
Kirby
Superstar,
64
right?
Yeah, maybe. And this one just let me down in comparison. Like, great
You're
game,
gonna
but
say
like,
Kirby's Adventure 3, I was gonna have words with you.
I think Kirby Adventure 3 I might
Kirby's
want to
Dreamland 3,
replay.
sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I
knew
like
you
Dreamland
meant.
3. I've liked
might
every
play that
Kirby
one
game though.
Over a 64. 64 is like kind of slow. I still like it.
Yeah, you move
It
really
is,
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you can combine abilities, but it's not like great. Like you never feel like most of the combinations of abilities you're like, this is kind of okay. It is very cute. It's a great game. Like, chat, don't get me wrong, still a great game. Jen, the board is yours. It's a wide open space. There's so many darts to be thrown.
Why don't we partake of Pentachill's Potpourri for 600?
Absolutely, we're going to Pentachill's Potpourri for 600. These are games Pentachill's likes quite a bit. Players, where are we? Soleil.
Phoenix Wright.
That is technically yes, yeah. That's where we're going. We're going with the Ace Attorney. I would have accepted any of the titles in the series. This is, of course, the Courtroom, the one section of the game that's kind of almost in every title.
I was hoping we did not need to identify like which sequel
No.
specifically
Almost.
because
Gosh,
this
no,
this
I never will.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah, 95.
I only played the first one.
95% of all questions have the caveat of you can be generic. This was not a quiz to get anybody but Chris. If Chris slipped up, maybe, but
maybe.
so you have
Pentachill's-
2,000 points. You're sealing birthday power.
Has anyone here played Ace Attorney Investigations?
Yeah,
The Miles Edgeworth game? I
Yeah, it's
really
great.
love the idea of being able to play as Miles.
I've only played the first one because it's the only one that got
And
a
then I haven't heard of it.
translation. I believe it got a translation. It might have gotten a foreign translation because I did not play that game, as most people would say, legally. Now Soleil's got your bits.
No! Well, that's okay, actually.
Now, and then Soleil activates the Red Panda power up and gets like goggles.
Oh,
I want the
shit!
tail,
That'd be
actually.
good!
Can I have the tail?
Yeah, you can have both.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah!
Okay.
Koja,
Where would
thank
you
you.
like to
Cheers.
Where would you like to aim your new Buster Shot?
You know, we haven't done Sega yet, so I don't like my odds, but Sega for 400.
Absolutely. Before I click this, I will just say, because we did the Pen and Chills category, the entire Ace Attorney series is fantastic. Like, literally one of my favorite things in the entire world. I love visual novels way more than I should, and it's a glorified visual novel. And to kind of close it out, I've recently been playing I think it's an indie title. It's like Tyrion Cuthbert. It's like a arcane attorney thing. It's like what if magic in the Ace Attorney world, sort of, and it's been very fun.
Oh!
Where are we?
yeah.
Sega edition for 400. Where are we? This is a Sega game. Jen.
That's gonna be Echo the Dolphin.
Absolutely. And for bonus points, can you tell me what genre of video game Echo the Dolphin is?
Dolphin swimming simulation.
That's close. It's actually a horror game.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
It is pretty horrifying to
I
play.
agree with that.
Yeah. This game. I've told Gamma this story before, but I'm going to tell Chad this very mildly embarrassing story. The cover for Echo the Dolphin is an adorable dolphin. I like swimming. I like dolphins. I think they were all cool. A young me goes to my parental unit. I say, Maja, can I have this game? I get home, I put it into the console, I swim around, I'm talking to my friends, you talk with echolocation, you're like, everything is good. And then one of the dolphins is like, yo, bitch, I bet you can't jump high. And I'm like, bitch, I can jump super high. So I jump up into the air, and then the game plays 20 seconds of the most terrifying wah, wah. I'm probably getting Discord fucking cut out by, it's like a horrifying alien noise as all of your friends get sucked out of the ocean. This is the first level of the game. First 5 minutes of gameplay. All of the ocean life falls down. The music changes into this like dark, devoid, deep ocean horror bullshit. And all of your friends are like, well, I guess the world's ending and everything sucks. And I took the game out of the console. I was like, all right, well, that's good. I don't ever need to play it again.
Is that why he's called
actually-
Echo? Because echolocation? Did I just totally...
I think so, yeah.
Yep, 100%.
You just decoded it.
Yeah,
That was actually almost my exact experience with Echo the Dolphin.
Yep. It was awful. And I was like, this is scary. And every time I said it's a horror game, one of my friends in particular was like, it's not a horror game, is it? Ooh, wow, 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 wow. I don't know what friend that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Of course. Jen, where would we like to go?
Where are we but cozy for 400?
Oh, thank goodness we're getting out of the horror genre into some cozy games. Where are we? Hey, where are we?
This is Harvest Moon on the Game Boy Color, I believe. No, Super Nintendo.
We'll take that. This is Harvest Moon on the Super Nintendo. The spiritual successor to Stardew Valley. The spiritual successor, the spiritual predecessor. A game that I love, and also a game franchise that has the most ups and downs in it.
Oh
even
god,
ignoring its
doesn't it
current-
really?
So the
Oh
Super
gosh.
Nintendo version was fantastic. The N64 version was great. Then a couple of the GameCube games were like weirdly lacking in story, even if some of the story was great. And then they started releasing like Pokemon versions of it, where they were like, "Here's Harvest Moon, and then Harvest Moon: A New Valley," and it was like the same game with like 2 new lines of dialogue.
Yeah, or like you can plant pears in one and apricots in the other.
Yeah.
I've only played the first Harvest Moon. I played 1 year of it on stream, and I think the New Year's celebration in Harvest Moon SNES is like actually really sweet and simple. Everyone stays up all night, and collectively they see the first dawn of the new year as you know, like as a village. And I think there's something really sweet to that.
Yeah. I will say a hot take before we go to Soleil's next zone on the board. I actually think most of the Harvest Moons, almost all of them, have better characters and stories than Stardew Valley.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
I think by far the worst part of Stardew Valley is that the villagers are all bland.
Yep. Totally agree. I have history. I have big history with the Harvest Moon. I have opinions.
Hell yeah.
Soleil, where would you like to go?
Let's stay cozy for 800.
800. Where are we? Jen.
Please tell me this is Pilot Wing 64.
It's Batman 64.
Ooh.
One of the
I
launch
wasn't
titles.
sure, aside from like all the planes in the sky, or
Yeah, hang
gliders,
gliders.
whatever.
Yeah, I went frame by frame to get just enough hang glider on screen without being too many. Yeah, this is a game, I thought a release title for the N64, one of the ones I got on Christmas. I find it to be very cozy. It's kind of just a cozy game. All the characters in the game, fun fact, named after birds. I think everyone knew that, but like, in case you didn't know, that's a cool fact.
Never heard of this game.
Yeah, it's
I haven't played it. I want to play it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's bad by today's standards. It has a lot of the problems
sure.
that
Yeah.
I dislike other games for. Like, the controls are very bad.
Yeah, that's true of a lot of launch title games. As much as it breaks my heart, a lot of the N64 stuff did not age nearly as well as like its PlayStation contemporaries.
Yeah, like Ocarina and Mario 64. Where would we like to go on the board next?
Let's go back to the next level and go, where are we, Sega Edition?
Where are we, Sega Edition? Are we doing 200?
200, sure.
Absolutely. Where are we?
shit.
That's a Comic Zone.
Yeah, this was this one was on the board this one was on the board as a freebie for one Mr. Machi, but you didn't get it. We're in the
You're
comic
too
zone.
slow.
You're too slow. A game that I wanted so badly as a child because it looked like a comic book, and then it was brutally difficult.
I've only played it at my public library because it was loaded on
Crisis
every
epic
PC there.
proportions.
Oh, interesting. Jen, where would you like to go?
Let's go hardcore. Let's go 1000 Sega Edition.
Revenge.
1000 Sega Edition. This is the hardest question in the Sega Edition board. Where are we?
Oh,
Soleil.
which
I am just gonna take a totally random swing here and say it's Phantasy Star. Because I've never seen any of those games, but I get kind of those vibes from it.
Chat, how do we feel about that? We all feel okay with that, right? Chat's not gonna be mad if I'm, because I was pretty sure that was gonna be, yeah, okay. Chat says, needs the number, says Elfie. Close enough? I see it
Well,
close
then
enough.
I don't know.
Feel close enough. You'd assumed it was Phantasy Star. I don't know if Phantasy Star 1 was on the Sega. That being said, I'm gonna give you the points. This is Phantasy Star 2, and
Oh,
specifically,
look at that.
I'll
I
accept
knew it
this
was
Phantasy-
either. I knew it was either 2 or 4.
I got Phantasy Star vibes, but I've never seen anything other than Phantasy Star online.
Hey Chad, I can't
Mhm.
change the answers now that we're in there. So I'll just say that was already written ahead of time because I knew this was gonna come up.
I wanted to guess Phantasy Star, but I didn't have the confidence.
When you say Sega Master System, I should have specified these are all Sega Genesis games. In my head, that was I should have been more clear about that. These are all Sega Genesis games, I think. Oh god, I hope I haven't just misled players. It'll be kind of obvious if they're not, I suppose. I forget what these last two are.
Yeah.
It's terrifying me. Soleil, I love saying your name. Where do we go?
Let's see if you lied to us. Let's do Sega for 800.
Oh god. Players, where are we?
Oh, I've fucking seen this.
That's the first boss of Ristar.
That's the first star of Ristar!
Yeah!
A little bit of overlap in this game, but don't worry. The last person who saw anything about this game was Rachel, so Jen's fresh in. Again, not a lot of people actually played Restart. It's got a huge cult following. This game came out after the movement of, basically too close to the end of the Genesis era for anyone to really play, but it's a fantastic game. Go emulate it. Jen, board is open.
Let's close out Sega. 600.
Sega. Oh god, I hope this is a Sega Genesis. Oh, I'm trying to remember
There,
where are we.
the buzzer.
You are so smart and intelligent and amazing. Players, where are we?
Oh,
Oh!
Oh, I'm glad all three of you rang in because this is so every time I've run this game, I've forgotten what the answer to this question is. Right? Jen, where are we?
this is Gunstar Heroes Pink Stage.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Legitimately one of the few games in the entire list I have zero clue about. I was just like, it's in a top 10 Sega games list. Here we go.
Oh man, have you not played?
No, I legitimately have never played it.
This game's co-op. We will play this in co-op sometime on our own
This
time.
sounds-
I will
Gunstar Heroes are
watch.
so fun.
Yeah, it sounds great. I almost had a Golden Axe in there instead, but I was like, Golden Axe has like 1, 2, and 3, and it's like, I don't want to do another fantasy. Yeah, anyway. Jen, the board is open. The left side of the board is getting a little bit sparse. The right side, wide open.
I love the smell of your potpourri. Take that as you
thank you.
will. We'll go for 400.
What?
Just, I've got some flowers in here. You can reach into the chest and grab some flowers. Which number
400.
did you say? 400? Absolutely. These are Pentachills likes these video games. Players, where are we? Machi.
This is Beyond Good and Evil.
This is Beyond Good and Evil. This is the weirdest screenshot in the entire quiz. I'm gonna chat. You're probably looking at this and you're going, well, I mean, that's just obvious if you've seen that screenshot. Yeah, if you've played Beyond Good and Evil, this is obvious. But if you haven't played Beyond Good and Evil, there's literally no way to tell that any screenshot from Beyond Good and Evil is from Beyond Good and Evil. I watched the first hour of gameplay, and I love this game. I love this game to death. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
cannot tell you a single, like, I looked at the lighthouse, I looked at the first section, I looked at the boating section, I watched, there's a whole section where there's like a TV series playing to you in the game, like the news is playing. It just literally could not tell you anything about it. 2 will be released soon. Can we get some copiums in chat? Do we have copium?
Maybe.
Can we get copium? I don't see a way to get copium in there. We need some gamma copium, though.
God, that game's so fucking good.
Machi, you are the most recent answer of the right question, which means, chat, where would we like to go to next? I'm gonna go with the second one I see, which I think is gonna trick chat, like, so somebody will have already answered. RPG for 1,000. We're going to Where RPG We for 1,000. It's the second one I see. Thank you, Spiffman Space. Spiffman Space, did you think that Gamma is a pretty cool and awesome streamer? Because I think he is.
Stop it!
Players, where are we? Soleil.
This is Tactics Ogre.
Oh! Holy heck! It was a trap question, but it is in fact Tactics Ogre. Let us cling together. Technically, the Super Nintendo version. This isn't Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Advance.
It doesn't look anything like Tactics. What do you mean?
It
no
looks
one
a
in
lot
Tactics
like
has
Tactics.
wings.
That's true. This is Tactics Ogre, a game that almost made it into Pentachill's Potpourri. One of my favorite video games of all time. It doesn't look like those. Shake my head, man. Chat, you all delude yourself into believing.
I would have answered. I would have answered
100%. I was about to steal points from Machi.
I would have answered Final Fantasy Tactics, and you said it as the 1000 one because you know I haven't played it because I'm playing it after April.
Yeah, absolutely. And you should play it sooner because you're making Ellie sad every time you don't play it.
No.
So, like, where would we like to go?
Let's do Potpourri for 1,000.
Final Fantasy Tactics Ogre would have been a good one. Sorry, I got stunlocked by a chat question. What?
That is really good.
Yeah.
All right, for 1,000, we're in Pentachill's Potpourri. This is a game I decided that is worth 1,000 points. I forget what it is.
Oh!
Gamma.
This is Custom Robo on the GameCube.
This is Custom Robo on the GameCube.
Yes!
A game you only know
I've been
about because
told
I've
to
talked
play
in the
that.
chat.
Yeah!
So many times.
All right, Chad, I'm not trying to keep everyone here on stream for super late, so I'm going to be real quick about this. This is one of the best GameCube games of all time. It's anime as hell. It's got a story where like every NPC has dialogue going through the whole game. It's huge. It's long. It's like a super good JRPG for the GameCube. It might be the only good JRPG in the N64/GameCube era. I know that there's there's like some Paper Marios and stuff in there.
Yeah,
but like
there's some stuff ported to it.
The whole process is that everyone in the world like basically has a little tiny robot that battles on a game board, and you solve all your problems with it. And the opening section of the game involves like there's some robbers trying to like break into something really high security, and the cops show up with their little tiny robots, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna stop you. Let's have a custom robo battle." And it's so funny. You have crushed it.
By the way, Jen has been removed from chat from the game.
Oh, Jen, bye! Jen, we love you!
I'll let her know you said that.
Rachel, what'd you get from McDonald's?
Jen was an absolute treat.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's entirely fair.
I
well, now that you're back, I think you steal priority. Rachel, where would you like to go on the board?
Oh, yeah. Where are we but cozy? 200.
Where are we but cozy? There's where are
no
we?
hesitation.
No.
Soleil, where are we?
That's Animal Crossing.
For which system?
For the DS.
There's no real way to know, but we're not going to be specific here. But it's the game. Okay. So the reason I had to write this, and I had to change this question a couple of times, is because the N64 version in Japan was the same as the GameCube version was the same as one of the GameCube. It was a whole mess. But yes, this is Animal Crossing with two of the most popular characters, the villager and some cat. I don't know her name. I actually don't know anything. I don't know anything about that character. I don't even know if she's that popular.
I thought in the GameCube one, all the guys had like horned hats, like they had horns coming out of them.
Yeah, but I think there's a hat on. I think those are the horns over there. I grabbed it from a long
You might be right. You might be
YouTube
right.
There's a
video,
couple of
so-
horny things in that picture.
I don't know what you're really. I guess there is the little dancing guy in the back, and there's a gotcha machine, and gotchas are pretty. Yeah, I get you. Chad, who's your favorite Animal Crossing villager? While we're talking about that, where would we like to go next?
Kirby hasn't gotten any love. Let's do Kirby for 800.
Kirby for 800. What Kirby video game are we in?
Clear the buzzer.
Rachel.
Oh,
I do believe that's going to be the Japanese title is Kirby Bowl. Kirby's Dream Course. God, why was it so hard?
I would have taken Kirby Ball or Bowl. This is
Kirby
this
Bowl.
is Kirby's Dream Course, and this is where you might realize that the Kirby questions are a little bit just thrown up in the air. The only real hint that that game is this little tiny bit of the corner, because the background in Kirby's Dream Course sure don't look like Kirby games. They're weird.
they look real good.
Yeah, I got real
They're-
confused.
They're interesting and they're made of like 4-color tiles. They're really simplistic. Just a limitation of how the console works.
Yeah. Rachel, you have board control and board presence. Where would you like to fox around?
Ooh, Cozy 1000.
The coziest game of all. Where are we? Rachel, where are we?
That's a Pokemon Snap.
Oh
You
my
are close.
gosh!
This is Pokemon Snap. This
Oh,
is the opening map that
shit.
plays when you load the game up, and kind of is really cool because it's got the track going through, but otherwise doesn't show up in the game at all.
I really gotta play that again. It's so good.
I've really wanted to replay it on stream.
Pokemon Snap is a very interesting franchise to me because everyone wanted another one for a super long time. We have finally got one. It is just more of the same, but people were like, I expected this to have evolved more, which is sort of how the Pokemon franchise has gone forever. It's almost like they're not innovating enough. It was also pretty good, I agree, but you were close. Also the most Professor Oak lines in a video game. Rachel, you have the board.
Let's go to the right. Kirby 1000.
Kirby for 1000. What Kirby game is this from? Double instant vote. I saw Soleil get knocked down here. I am
Go for
going
it.
to. Yeah, Soleil, are you. Where are we?
This has happened twice now. This is Kirby Superstar.
This is Kirby Superstar. It is the hardest screenshot.
Jeez.
So I said most of the screenshots are from the beginning of the game. This is damn near the end.
This
The end
is-
of the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
Got this one.
okay.
I do know that this is from that game.
It might be at the end of Dynablade as well, but it is specifically just like
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
any other screenshot of Kirby Superstar looks exactly like Kirby Superstar has a very good look. And yes, Kirby Superstar is the best Kirby game. They have literally never made
It's
a Kirby
true.
game as good as
You're
this.
so
love
right.
Kirby.
Ellie, don't worry about it. I'm doing great.
The birthday power is slipping away from Machi.
This-
I don't know if there is capability to retain 25% of his birthday power here. Kirby Superstar Ultra is just Kirby Superstar with more, and it's also good. But it is telling that the best game they've released since Kirby Superstar is Kirby Superstar Plus.
So like my last job was kind of terrible in a lot of ways, but I found a copy of Kirby Superstar Ultra for the DS on the floor in the janitorial area, and I got to keep it.
Wow.
Hell
So that was pretty
yes.
cool.
Oh, yeah, I have heard incredible things about Robobot. I really want to play Robobot really, really bad.
Chat, you're not doing so good. I think I'll give you 3,000 points if we see, I don't know, one gift.
What?
What? You can't.
That seems fair.
Sure. Sure.
No.
Sure.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if their score matters. So, don't tell them that, but, you know.
Chat wins
Thank
Gamma's
you, Machi.
birthday.
Hey, way to go. Happy birthday, Machi. Here's 3,000 points.
Spiff, thank you.
Thank you, Spiff. Board control has gone to Soleil. Where would you like to go?
Where
Stop
RPG we
it.
for 400?
Where RPG we for 400?
Oh.
Nobody's buzzing in.
Uh,
Machi, where are we?
This is Final Fantasy VI.
Ooh, sorry.
Wait,
we're
did
gonna
I
have to
fuck
take
it
points
up?
Away from you. This is actually Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo.
oh, so close. Blah 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 blah.
That's the background of the battle scene, because again, it's hard to take any screenshot from Final Fantasy VI that doesn't just look like Final Fantasy VI. Machi,
Yeah.
you have control of the board. Where are we going?
Let's do potpourri for 200.
Was there some keyboard slapping after I said nobody's buzzed in? That makes me
Yes,
so
yeah,
happy.
I was hammering my spacebar as
Players.
loud as I could.
Where are we? Soleil, I want you to have this over him so bad.
Outer Wilds.
Oh no, Gamma. It's Outer Wilds. Oh no, Gamma. Hey, chat, go play Outer Wilds. It's the best video
I
game ever. There's no
can't
stories here.
fucking say anything about this screenshot, and this makes me
no.
so pissed.
I'll tell you something about this screenshot. It's the very first thing you see in the video game.
It is the
The
very
minigame
first
starts
thing
up,
you see.
You see that, and everyone go play Outer Wilds is probably my favorite video game of all
Go
time.
play
I'm so
Outer
sad I got
Wilds.
spoiled
quite
on
possibly
most of it
the
watching
best.
a friend play it.
At least you got to
That's
share
cool.
that
City
experience
game.
then. That's the second best thing.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking. It is actually one thing I will say about Outer Wilds. It is a game that you shouldn't look into any spoilers about, yada yada yada, which is kind of a spoiler in itself. But
A little
it is
bit.
the only game I know that has such reverence on Twitch. Every Twitch stream I see of it, chat is like, nah, this one,
Yeah, true.
no spoilers. No spoilers. Every other game, chat is like, oh, what if I just say some like little tiny spoilers? Oh, what if we equip this ring we just got and see if we heal ourselves, see what happens? No, I don't know
stop
what would happen if we
it.
do that. Which is a thing that happens which is
Stop
fine.
it. I'm pushing the chest shut.
Well, you call me a chest. So you have control of the board. Where are we going? Is there a physical release? Oh, I think there was, but
Oh yeah, if you
there?
have
I
motion
need it.
sickness,
Was
Outer Wilds
there?
is going to be hard.
Potpourri for 800.
Potpourri for 800. Where are we? Machi, where are we?
This is
I,
Oh, I hope I know the right Tales game. They all blur together. This is Tales of I know it's the GameCube one. That's Symphonia.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
I recognize the character.
Like
on
I know,
the far
I know
right.
it's the
That's only
GameCube one.
thing.
I know Lloyd is the main character. It was like on shelves right next to the GameCube release of Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, it's literally just my favorite RPG. This game like literally defined me as a human being. This is my Final Fantasy VII. Machi, you have control of the board. There's 3 questions left. Where would chat like to go? Have I played the Symphony sequel? I didn't know Symphony had a sequel. Yes, I have played it. It's fine.
Damn, I must be a genius.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Damn, I must be a genius. Double Demon Fang! Kirby for 600. Players, where are we? Damn it. Machi, you've snuck in the buzzer here just barely.
Hell yeah, I did. This is Kirby's Air Ride.
Ooh.
Wrong. No.
What?
That is actually incorrect. Rachel,
Oh,
where are we?
shit.
That's actually what I was going to say as well.
You would be correct, but it is in fact Kirby Air Ride. So I'll
I
give it. I'll give it to
always
Machi.
do this.
Yeah, so it's the one weird title in the game. It's on there just to mess with people. It's also made by the same people who made Smash, so it's just got a real Smash ass looking.
Oh,
opener.
it sure do.
No, real smashy.
I love the Smash Brothers UI. Like whoever's like influencing the design direction of that menu style. I love
This
it.
game isn't.
That's
Donkey
probably just
Kong.
Sakurai himself.
This is happening.
This isn't
Mhm.
Donkey Kong. Yeah,
We
Machi,
haven't
you have
seen-
control. You have control of the board, even though you're losing your
Oh, it's
birthday
live.
powers.
Oh.
Kirby for 400, please.
We'll be going to Kirby for 400. Players, what is this last Kirby game?
Oh no.
Machi.
Oh fuck, what's the name of it?
I'll give you 3 seconds here.
Kirby Canvas Curse.
That's right title.
Woo!
This is one of the Kirby games I really liked. This is you drew little lines and Kirby would follow it around, and it was hard as hell. It was one of the good
Yeah.
implementations of the 3DS touchscreen.
By the way, if Gamma runs out of birthday power, he explodes on stream. We've already verified this, so
What?
like just
True.
straight up explodes.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you verify this?
Don't ask.
All right, I'll take the final one, if you please.
Everybody, this is the easiest Where RPG question. I don't know if they're really in difficulty order, but what RPG do you think this is?
No.
All of our players have buzzed in. Machi, where are we?
This is Undertale.
Ooh, there's two possible
Damn you.
answers to this question, and you got it right. This is Undertale. This is, I was just hoping to catch somebody on Deltarune.
Oh yeah, I did hesitate when speaking, not when hitting the button. Though.
Deltarune, so
Yeah, I mean, it do be looking a lot like Undertale. So,
Yeah.
players, that is the end of the final round. Soleil, you've destroyed this round. You've gained 25% birthday power. All of our players have 25% of Machi's birthday power now, which is kind of poetically perfect.
My
Since
God.
we'll be going into a final round of quizzes after a quick little break. While we take a little break, we do some quiz show stuff. What's a good quiz show question? You think I'd have had written these down?
God damn it! What if chat wins this round?
Rachel, what's your favorite cozy video game?
My favorite cozy video game. Ooh.
It doesn't have to be like traditionally cozy. What are you coziest playing?
I think Symphony of the Night, Castlevania, just wandering around, jumping around, slashing stuff. That game is so fluid. It's so comfy to play, especially if you have like a really powerful weapon and you just like plow through a whole line of zombies without even thinking. It's brilliant, perfect.
Soten is one of my favorite Castlevania-like games. Spoilers, there's no Super Metroid on this list because I don't even like calling them Metroidvanias. I much prefer the Castlevania aspects of the Castlevania stuff over the Metroidy stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have my back. I thought you were gonna call them search actions, and I was gonna go, yeah. No one got my back.
Nah, I just don't like. I don't. This isn't even a case where I'm like, oh, people overvalue Mario 64. I think people value the Metroid series as much as it is. It's just super not for me. They basically have all gone flat except for the 3D ones, which I like quite a bit. Soleil, what do you think your favorite cozy game is?
gosh, I have like 4 answers.
It can still be Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah, well, that's one of them. Yep.
4 copies of the game.
Yeah, actually. I mean, I could go with 6, and then I'd have a full party. So
True.
honestly, yeah, probably FF11 again.
That's
It is my favorite game.
Machi, what's your favorite cozy game?
Oh man, so the first thing that came to mind was any co-op horde shooter like Left 4 Dead or
Yeah,
like
notoriously
Payday
cozy.
2. Notoriously cozy. But no, I just like really like zone, like that's so cozy to me, just like shooting like a million bad guys while like with a buddy, like with a friend, just hanging out, just talking about whatever while doing this together. I love that feeling so much.
Super fair. I think my answer does fall into the Metroidvania / Castlevania style things. Very recently I was playing Tevi, sort of indie-ish title. You play as a sort of bunny girl on a huge Metroidvania style adventure. It's like a bullet hell Metroidvania, so like the bosses are all like bullet hells.
Saw somebody play that. That looks so
It's super
impossible, but good.
And the music is super clean in it. It's not as hard as it looks, and a lot of people do play it on the higher difficulties, and the lower difficulties are very, like, actually, kind of weirdly, the lower difficulties got a lot of flack in the Steam reviews. They were like, "This is too easy," and I said, "Well, stop playing on the easy. If you want the difficulty, you can change it." But
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cozy game? Chat, you answer that. For the first time, I'm going to take a little step away. Nobody touch the chest while I'm gone, because, you never know what... There's a lot of coins.
Might
Yeah.
lose a finger or all of them.
Or all of them.
I don't know why you'd lose a finger, but you can leave some gold coins. Leave some
What's
gold
that
coins.
first category
You know,
on the
it's-
board?
It could be a really heavy lid, and it's just snap shut.
God, Pokemon's a good answer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for a long time I was playing through a Pokemon ROM hack called Polished Crystal, and it was my in my brain I call them podcast games, and it was my podcast game for off and on for like a year, just like going through playing that. I finished the Pokedex in it. I feel proud as hell.
Create Unreal, you're so right. On both counts. Atelier games are, well, they're hit or miss. But there are good ones, and Vintage Story is so good.
God, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed is so good. I wanted to say, remind me to mention this to Pentachills when they get back. Rice Stars, the what is that position? The flag bearer? The person who starts the race, they wave the flag at you. A bit of Lakitu's job, I suppose. God, I want to get Tetris Effect. I've wanted to get Tetris Effect for years. I haven't gotten around to it yet. One of my best friends loves Tetris and really wants to hang out while I play Tetris Effect.
That's something I want to experience in VR, I think.
Ooh.
That's
I don't have VR. I don't know if I'm ever going to get VR. Like, maybe if...
It's a lot.
It's a lot, and, like, you can buy the wrong one and not, like, have the game that you want to buy.
Oh,
You know-
Honestly,
Goemon's Mystical Adventure was going to be in Pentachill's Potpourri.
Ooh. That's also on the list of things I need to stream.
I think the best way to get into VR is to know someone that already has one and try it out first.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I want VR specifically as a gamified exercise.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also love playing Beat Saber.
Unironically, I wanted to play Beat Saber because I'm like, I love rhythm games and I could shed some pounds. See some good answers in the story. See a lot of RPGs. Chat, you're very cool and awesome. Chat,
Hell
you're
yeah, you are.
almost as cool and awesome as, I'm gonna ask you one more question here. What's your favorite thing about this really cute red panda whose birthday it
No.
is?
Why would you do this? What have I ever done to you?
For the sake of consistency, I'm gonna make a real quick change here. I'm gonna stop. Oh, I'm not gonna stop screen share. I'm gonna ask all the players politely to close their eyes.
Oh, do you need me to? I can stop
my
sharing, or like I can put it off screen if that helps.
Good job, Gamma.
We'll see. I'm just
I am
changing the
looking
point
away
title, but it's gonna-
respectfully.
Yeah, just look away respectfully. Well, that is gonna show.
This game isn't.
I have it off because
You know
I'm
what?
playing off OBS, so I just turned it off right now.
I think I think we'll just do it. Well, actually, if you have it off, okay. You have it off OBS, so I
Yep.
will stop streaming. That will fix the problem. That way nothing can happen. Because the one problem is I'm about to edit the points. So just so everyone's like fully aware of what's happening, I'm editing the points that are on so that they're the same as the Double Jeopardy points, just for consistency's sake. Which
I
missed to
see,
do
I
ahead
see.
of time. But as a result, the way this program works is it's going to show all the questions.
Shush! Everyone's doing this
Is
in
everyone
chat.
telling
Knock
you-
it
is
off.
everyone telling you
No.
how cute and awesome and smart and cool of a streamer you are, even when you're dying like 100 times in a video game because
No.
your emphasis for video games is to fall down and go boom.
That's true. I'm very good at that, and I'll
What's your
never
favorite-
pretend otherwise.
What's your favorite Gamma Chris noise?
What?
The Toad, which is to be clear, Toad getting hit on Toad's turnpike by one of the larger vehicles. Like, and then Toad is the one that, yeah, like literally shouldn't be making that noise because, like, Toad, you put the vehicles there. You paid the people to drive around in go-karts. 10,000 years dungeon. Whenever he gets got real good.
I'm really fond of his impression of Donald Duck, which I've heard twice now.
Stop! No.
It might have actually been clipped both times.
I wish I could say words doing that, but that's the only thing I can do.
You can put
I
us
think
back
you've,
on
like-
screen.
Put it back on.
You've,
You
like,
got it.
I think both times you like referenced the same cartoon too, where he's like getting chased by bees.
Yep,
Yeah.
last, like the
Yep.
first time was like
That's
a year
the
or two
that's the
ago.
core memory. That's the core memory Machi when he says that one a lot.
Yeah.
It's the
players,
barbecue, and
are we cool and fun and awesome?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Chris
I'm all
is.
of those things.
What?
Heck yeah. All right, for our final round. So everyone, welcome to the final round of the quiz. This is your time to throw out all of the love and support you can. We have a couple of rounds. We have chess mashup. Chess mashup is a category. It has pictures. It has pictures because somebody paid $20 for this website to be able to put pictures on it, and by gosh, he's going to put pictures on it. It's a lifetime license, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I might do more of these in the future.
Hell yeah.
So all of these will be chess from a video game or some variation of a thing.
That's good.
I thought she said chess, like the game, and I'm like, oh god, oh no.
Oh no, it's
Name
chess.
name this virtual chess game.
Some of them might even not be chess, is what I'll say.
Yeah. They're treasure
Oh,
containers. Is that
Not all of them even contain treasures. Like I'm being completely honest, one of them isn't even a treasure chest in any way.
I
Indie
just got the
Understood,
greatest
understood.
idea for a category.
Ooh, you'll have to share that with me later because there's so many good ideas.
will.
Indie games is all about sort of more traditional old indie games, I think. But they are all indie games on the list. They're all indie retro games. If I'm being completely honest, there was a player mix-up at some point. Soleil was brought into the fold after I had finished making the quiz, and so some of this was geared towards a different streamer that was put up in the questions. It's not a big deal, but I'm hoping the overlap between the likes of Soleil and that person work out. Potent quotables, which there you go, everybody. It's on the board. I gave you your potent potables joke. You just had to wait till the last round. This is just 5 more quotes from characters in video games. Hidden big bads. This is big bads who you might have had to go out of the way to fight.
Ooh.
Oh.
And the final gauntlet, which is tough as fuck areas in video games. This is the hardest quiz round by a long shot. So some of these are out of the stretch. It might not even be the right way to end the stream, if I'm honest with you. But we should still get some points. We should still have some fun. I think we'll probably go. You know what? Gamma, it's your birthday. I let Rachel and Jen go first. I let Soleil go first. So chat, where do we want to go first on this board? I'll go with. I know which number I'll go with.
Go chat, it's your birthday.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's your chat. Happy birthday.
Mimic for 600. I don't see that. Okay, we're gonna go with Mimic Mashup for 600. Again, there is a question in this one, so please wait until I'm done reading the question. Chat or characters, players. This game series Mimic doesn't hide in a chest and often acts as a support character offering advice and direction to the protagonist when he isn't letting your lamp get stolen. Rachel.
That is gonna be Shantae.
That's right. This is the Shantae series. This is Uncle Mimic.
Woo!
That's good.
The only thing he does is make things that have already existed. That's why he's named Uncle Mimic. Rachel, you have control of the board. It is wide open.
Ooh, indie games 200.
Indie games for 200. This game started as an indie game with a solo developer and is now the best-selling video game in history. Although it's arguable whether or not it's still considered an indie title.
Oh,
Machi,
oh.
Is this Minecraft?
it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
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 For a long
Made by
time in my
one
life,
Hatsune Miku.
yeah, made by Hatsune Miku, no one else. Yep, the whether or not it's an indie game, definitely still in question, but it was at one point.
I
It
mean,
certainly
not
was at one
anymore.
point. Yeah.
Also, I kind of hate it. I love playing Minecraft. I kind of hate that I can't be like, oh, Super Mario 3 was the best-selling game of all time. You know, there was a time where it was like fun.
yeah.
to know that.
Yeah.
And now it's like less cool because it's like, oh yeah, of course that's the most. That's just old man vibes. Machi, you have control of the board.
We're going for Final Gauntlet 400.
Final Gauntlet for 400. Well, originally designed to add more content to the game without reusing many assets, this final zone is accessed by defeating the boss Shaft while wearing holy glasses, and really flips the game on its head. Machi.
This is the inverted castle in Symphony of the Night.
Damn you!
Rachel, do you know what zone we're in?
Yeah, we are in the inverted castle in Symphony of the Night.
It's called the reverse castle in the official translation, but but they're both acceptable. I was just hoping you'd catch them on the reverse. This is, of course, the Symphony of the Night inverted castle. One of the most hilariously awesome parts of a video game that, like, personally, I didn't even like it as it's not really the final gauntlet. It's like a whole ass half of the game that they added because they were like, but what if we did that? Machi, you have control of the board.
My biggest gripe is it's so hard to navigate sometimes.
It is a bit of a pain. It's
Without,
almost like they didn't design it to be upside down in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that adds like a genuine level of fun, though. You know, like there's not like a weird ramp on the ceiling that only makes sense because the castle turns upside down. Like it feels genuine, like if you're walking on your real ceiling.
There is a couple of rooms where they clearly have something.
Hey,
but,
yeah.
But at that point, you have so much movement that, yeah.
I would like Final G for 800.
Final G for 800. This zone requires you to get the Booster V 2.0 and the Iron Bond. Strap Curly Brace to your back, defeat Ballas, and claim the final ending.
Oh, what's it called?
Machi.
Oh gosh.
I think this zone is called Hell from Cave Story.
Soleil.
Fuck.
I'm totally blanking.
It's totally
Cave Story,
reasonable.
but
It is Cave Story. I will accept a blank as a not answer. Normally in Jeopardy they would cut the points there, but we're generous and kind. Rachel, are we passing on this one?
I can't place the exact
Totally
title.
reasonable. Chat. What's the name of the final zone in question?
Oh,
Sacred
yeah.
Grounds.
Damn it!
We will take Sacred Grounds or Bloodstained Sanctuary. The sign at the front says
Right,
"Welcome to Hell,"
but it's not
But that ain't the
literal,
name
of
of the
course.
The music track is titled "Running Hell," I think. If I'm not
It
mistaken.
is, yeah.
It is. There are even other reasons you might call it hell, but we'll get to those in a bit. In particular, this one, it's not actually called hell.
God, chat's gonna
you're-
win this round.
Chat, you're in control of the board. You're currently the holders of the power of Machi's birthday. Give us the birthday power. Where would we go? Where would we like to go, chat? I know, put things in chat. I know which one I'm going to take. Or which number of answer. It was 4, so spit that in space. We're going to Mimics for 1,000. Mimic mashup for 1,000. Of course, this is just about treasure chests, so don't worry about that. In this game's Notre Dame level taking place in 1895, you're tasked with rescuing several maidens while hunting down Jacques de la Morte. Unfortunately, some of the maidens are changelings in mimicry disguises.
Oh, baby. That's
Oh.
don't like that pose.
This is also a weird one because I'm pretty sure this isn't one of the changelings. This question
That's just what a mimic wants you to think.
Machi, where are we? What game are we
I'm
in?
gonna say this is Time Splitters.
This is not Time Splitters.
Fuck.
Gamma, you're in hell.
I'm in hell.
You're in the negative hell points.
I'm in
You don't like the
points
where is her
hell.
spine pose? This series did have some where is her spine poses. It has some like notoriously over the top stuff. Well, maybe not notoriously, but like enough handfuls of it. Chat, I think my players are passing on this one. What game are we in? It's like a lot of Time Splitters 2.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
Technicality.
It was important to be Time Splitters 2 because Time Splitters 1 doesn't have a Notre Dame level.
Oh, fuck.
Time Splitters 1 also, as far as I know, doesn't have anything that could be called a mimic. This is the 1,000-point question. Chat.
No.
Yeah.
You'll get no friction from me.
This is also the reason that, like, when I was making the joke about chess, I was like, I gotta veer away from that because I was like, that might come up and be awful later because that pose sure is a pose.
Masmi,
think
I
that-
knew
I
it was
think-
Time Splitters because of you. I knew it was Time Splitters specifically because of you.
I think when you
I
are actually
still
looking at the
failed.
changelings, I think when you're actually looking at the changelings, they have a different face. So I think this is actually one of the maidens. Let's go with Soleil. Soleil, where would you like to go on the board? It would be Chaz, but I don't want to make Chad talk.
Let's do hidden big bads for 600.
Hidden Big Bads for 600. Well, his name might suggest he's a beginner. This hidden fighting game character boss is actually a reverse namesake of the two creators of the game, Ed and John. Toasty! Rachel.
Ah, shit.
That would be Noob Cybot.
It is Noob Cybot from the Mortal Kombat movies.
Yeah.
I think it's Ed Tobias and John Boone. No, it's Ed Boone and John Tobias. But
Yeah.
Enough, yeah.
Noob Cybot, interestingly, has a projectile that has gone through a lot of things in the game. Reptile, also a hidden character, probably before Noob Cybot, but Noob stuck around in the series as like a bigger secret character. And like, there's been some good and bad noobs over the year. I just kind of liked it because Noob is a good name.
I was a
Noob
Noob
is a really
Cybot
good
at
name.
one point.
It's true. Has a projectile that when it hits you disables your ability to block, which is like the most effed up thing you can do in a
Holy
fighting game ever.
Shit.
Mm.
Disables your ability to block and attack in the original game. You're just like, oh, okay,
Uh.
I guess I'll die. Rachel, where would we like to go?
Let's go for Hidden Big Bads 800.
Hidden Big Bads for 800. After defeating 1,000 Heartless battles, you can turn the Hollow Bastion into the Radiant Garden, where you can find this boss in the Dark Depths. Donald and Goofy can't help you now.
Oh, I only know of one secret boss in Kingdom Hearts, and I don't think it's this.
I don't
Soleil.
think it is either, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Sephiroth.
Damn it! Fuck me!
That is Sephiroth, the other hidden boss.
Oh,
The other hidden boss in Kingdom Hearts 2 actually doesn't exist in Kingdom Hearts 2. It actually only exists in Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, and sort of kind of in the 2.58 Remix, where they introduced the boss as a way to like have the Kingdom Hearts 3 final bosses talk into place. But then there was a little bit of mistranslation, and they put some of it into the mobile games, and that's where you can find a lot of information in the Recoded and the. There was like a little bit of an allegory in the 358 over 2 days. So, Soleil, you have control of the board.
hey
Yeah.
Chad, if you put your ear up to your monitor, you can hear Gamma's birthday power draining away in real time.
No!
He's
You
a hidden-
can't run away
he-
with this!
He is a hidden boss in 1 and 2, yes.
Potent quotables for 400.
I will not force him to stream for 4.
Yeah.
I will not force him to stream Kingdom Hearts because it's very unwatchable as a series. I actually kind of have mixed opinions about Kingdom Hearts. It's not in my top 10 RPGs list. Potent quotables for 400. Remember, this is a quote. You're trying to tell me the character who said the quote. All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. There's a typo there. Cool. Really exciting. Good.
What is this character's name? I haven't
like
played San
excellent-
Andreas.
Excellent quality check. This is the
I'm-
only round I didn't do a playtest of. Gosh darn it. Soleil, who said this?
Not confident, but it's the only character whose name I know, Big Smoke.
That's Big Smoke from GTA San Andreas.
Nice.
Big Smoke, spoilers everybody, turns out to be a bad guy in the end. He's a bad guy from the beginning because the most notorious Grand Theft Auto San Andreas level involves you trying to get behind a train, but like all of the routes to follow the train don't work with the controls. You have to do the mission over and over again, and every time you fail, Big Smoke will say, all you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. And it is awful.
Oh no.
Later, you put him down, and it feels great. He's not even like really the worst villain. He's kind of like it's like a bittersweet thing because he
You
started
smoke
off as your
smoke?
friend. You smoke. Soleil. You kind of hate GTA story modes. I like most of them.
Yeah,
San
Slushy,
Andreas
yeah.
was really strong.
I wasn't allowed to
Let's-
have any Grand Theft Auto games growing up because
Yeah.
my mom didn't want me to be a criminal.
Yeah.
Or
And look
something.
where you are now.
But we are now.
Let's do Indy for 600.
Indie for 600. In 2011, the kid first woke up with the release of this Smash Indie title created by a team of only 7 people. Hardly a supergiant number at all.
Oh,
Machi.
this is Bastion.
Clues.
This is Bastion.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Also, let's just talk about who is a really awesome treasure chest who wrote really good questions. For
This was a
quiz.
dope ass question.
I looked into how much it would cost to get like I looked to try to find if the original narrator was
Like on
doing
Fiverr or
Cameo-
something.
like on Cameo or something, so I could
Mhm.
get like an audio. Yeah, but Machi, where are we going? You're getting a little
We-
bit of your birthday power. You're almost out of the negatives.
And we're gonna get it all back and then some. We're going for Final Gauntlet for 1,000.
Final Gauntlet for
Oh.
1,000. One of the most notorious Final Gauntlets in any indie game. After going through the extremely esoteric process of unlocking this location, you're greeted by a tablet that reads as follows. Welcome to blank blank. This place is one that none should come to. If thou will have no regrets, regardless of what happens, proceed. This is blank blank. Blank blank is hell. Although this dialogue was changed slightly in the remake.
Oh,
Rachel, where are we?
I haven't played it, but I can't imagine it being anything else other than La Mulana.
What is the name of the zone?
Shoot, whoops, I messed up. Never mind.
That's fine. It is La Milana. I'll give it to you.
Oh, this one's hell.
Okay.
This is the
This
reason
one
that
would go to
This is the name of the
hell.
zone, not the game.
That's fine. That's fine. Everybody gets one. This is Hell Temple in La Milana. The tablet at the beginning is a little bit different in the remake. It's a little bit less. It's a little better translated, but this is the original. This is the screen. To get to the final zone in, I'm not gonna. This is no spoilers for La Milana. I know Machi wants to play it for some
Oh, yeah.
reason in the future, but there is actually so much esoteric bullshit you have to go through, including, and this is a full real step that I'll tell you. It doesn't matter. You jump into a pit of lava, fall down 20 screens, go up 4 screens, and go down 4 more screens or something like that. Like, fall down 19, up 18, down 4. It's like the most ridiculous bullshit in the wall. And then on that screen, you could break a hidden wall. That
God,
gives you
this
the
game
next
sounds so
screen.
fucking good.
I
The back-
watched a friend stream both of these games, and I felt like I was having a stroke the whole time. I'm like, what the hell?
I love the heck out of La Milana, but it has a very different feel than a lot of other games because it's a game that does not.
Mhm.
It wants you to rip the fun from out of it. There's an old Dark Souls meme where it's like a guy is sitting at a table and he's like served a T-bone steak. It's like, delicious, a T-bone steak. And then the next panel is like, this is what a Dark Souls game is like, and it's like him ripping the steak out of the kitchen and fighting off all the people in the kitchen. It's like, Dark Souls, you have to rip your own fun out. And La Milana is very much like that. You don't get the fun on your own.
Mm-mm.
You have to have the chat in mode only if you do the entire. Yeah, the thing is that like there are people who will show up and be like, this is it's super. It's the exact opposite
Yeah.
of Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
Rachel, you have control of the board.
Let's do Mimic Mashup for 800.
We're going to chest mashup for 800. This Crimson Splash spiritual successor to the Castlevania franchise added this spooky chest friend to the long list of enemies. Sorry, friends who don't like spiders. Soleil.
Oh,
Bloodstained.
This is Bloodstained, specifically Ritual of the Night, but Bloodstained is good.
Very nice.
I always forget that there's more than one of those games.
Yeah, they're all great too. Absolutely fantastic.
the gears in my head clunked so hard. I was thinking like, what? Konami didn't make anything after Castlevania.
That being said, if
They
you're
just
a friend who doesn't like
stopped.
spiders, that's just rude. Soleil, where would we like to go?
Okay, Emma.
Indie games for 1,000.
Indie games for 1,000. We are
And
all over the
Buzzer's
board
not
today.
reset.
Ooh, thank you for letting me know. This stealth puzzle solving title set in a quiet English village has you fighting to complete tasks against the villagers who seem to either loathe and despise you, fear you, or at times find your antics endearing. In this 2019 indie title inspired by Super Mario 64 and the Hitman series, even if the title is rather uninspired.
Hmm.
Machi,
This must be Untitled Goose Game.
that's Untitled Goose Game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're back
Yeah.
above ground. Good job.
Yeah, you've made it into the birthday positive zone.
Breathing fresh air. Ooh, baby.
Honk. Thank you, chat. Can we
Honk.
get some honks? Can we get some birds in chat? Chat, post some birds.
I'm coughing. I have not played this game, but I was thinking about this game
How do I not
recently.
have any goose emotes?
This is the last. This is the
Froshy
last
Cat, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a second.
pathology also fits, yeah. Was Pathologic also in 2019? I tried to. I almost put
It
there's a
could have
dedicated
been.
honk button, but this is the last question I put into the quiz, and I was like, I want this to be as like silly as possible, a stealth puzzle solving title. And it
Yeah.
was inspired by Super Mario 64 and the Hitman series, but like that's not really what you think about when you see it.
No.
Honk,
Honk.
honk greater than the duck.
Whoa.
That's savage.
Mm.
Machi, you've gained control of the board. Can you gather the birthday power necessary to put your hand in the chest for your prize?
Control of the board and control of my destiny. We're going Final Gauntlet 600.
Final Gauntlet for 600. Once again, we're looking for the Final Gauntlet name here. We'll take the game if nobody else gets it, but Final Gauntlet for 600. After being destroyed by the final boss, the Ocean Palace becomes this final dungeon zone. Well, you never have to go inside to beat the game. Completion is required to access New Game Plus for further time-spanning adventures. Rachel.
Is that the Black Omen?
That's the Black Omen from Chrono Trigger.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
One of the weirdest RPG moments. You never like. Not only is it not technically is a true ending, I suppose, but like you can get the true ending without ever going in there. But you never have to go inside Black Omen to beat Chrono Trigger. Even ignoring that they call some game overs endings, which is silly. Rachel, you have the board. You're the leader of the Machi birthday power stealing force.
I feel the birthday power welling up inside me.
No!
Potent quotables for 600.
Potent quotables for 600. Once again, this is a quote from a character. Tell me the character. Nothing is more badass than treating a woman with respect.
Oh, fuck. Who says this?
Soleil.
This is. Oh no, I'm blanking on his name. Torg.
This is Mr. Torg from
Oh,
First
God.
Lions
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, it is.
Dr.
Yeah,
Robotnik.
it is.
Oh.
Dr. Robotnik. Nothing is more badass than treating a woman with respect. You should be nicer to Moxie.
I miss my wife, Tails.
And you know what? Listen, this is a quote in this game for a reason, everybody. Nothing is more badass than treating a woman with respect.
Hell yeah. Shout outs to women.
Soleil, you have control of the board.
Potent quotables for 1,000.
God, I love that. God, that's a really good stream. That's a like.
It's
really
really
whoever
good.
thought up that
That's
category
really
name.
good.
Real good. For 1,000. Look behind you, a 3-headed monkey.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I'm gonna go for it. I have an idea. This is a
Machi?
game I haven't played. I'm in fucking danger zone. This is Guybrush Threepwood?
Sorry, I can't accept Guybrush.
Oh, no!
This is technically basically literally every character from Monkey Island, but most notably.
Yeah!
Yep, this is one of the running jokes of the series.
Woo! Oh, baby!
I have also never played that. And should.
They're very good. They have like a taste to them, right? Like if you don't have the point and click old school mentality of like doing those kind of games with the like random mix up bottle with a rope to make a nunchuck kind of
yeah,
thing.
no, I'm there. I like that. I'm there
Excellent.
for it.
Super fun to watch either way. The original one of the other quotes I had considered was there's a section in the first game where you learn how to do insult sword fighting, where you learn comebacks to insults, and like you call somebody's mother a dairy farmer or something like that. I thought it's like one of the most notable sword fight quotes from the game, but I went with that one instead.
Mhm.
Machi, you've stolen the board.
Oh, yeah, and we're stealing the future next. Let's
How
do...
appropriate you fight like a cow. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do... Let's race the Indy 400.
Indy 400. This time, warping puzzle platformer saw you play as the protagonist, Tim, searching to save a princess from a monster. One of the first indie games to release on Steam. Many consider this game to be one of the sparks of the indie games golden era that would follow.
Yo, there's nothing to this game. You're just running around
Whoa,
jumping on
one
shit. It's
second.
Braid!
1 second.
Yeah,
Machi, what's the answer?
Braid.
Okay, I didn't call on you. I was just
Oh, yeah.
getting a little bit of birthday energy build up here. That is Braid. A little bit of a spoiler in that indie title, but I mean that game's super old. Braid is the first game I ever got on Steam that wasn't in the orange box. I went out of my way to like beg for credit card access to buy that game.
Ooh.
As someone named Tim, you don't appreciate that game? Very fair. Can we have more quotations for that golden era? So that one's a little bit of a tricky thing because like there's a lot up and down that about what you could consider that. But I would, without going too deep into it, say that series of games, not necessarily Braid, but that was the start of people being like, oh, we can release indie games and make tons of money on Steam, which sort of sparked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I would call that a golden era for sure.
The summer of arcades. Yeah,
Right,
that's
but
fair.
you don't have to say it.
Yeah, I know. Machi, where would you like to go on this board? We're
I
almost
would-
halfway done.
I
Your
would like
birthday's
to
almost
see.
over. People only have so much
That's
time
a
to pay respects to
weird
your
way
birthday.
of thinking of that. Oh, quotables for 2.
Quotables for 200. Who said this? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
The old man in the cave of
Machi.
Zelda 1.
Machi, I'm gonna have to take points away. You're not waiting for me to tell you. Rachel,
No!
Rachel, who said this?
The old man in the cave at the beginning of The Legend of Zelda.
No, you're totally right. This is the old man from The Legend of Zelda. I gave you a chance, Machi. I warned you. I gave you the warning.
Oh,
I think
no!
Chris is too high on birthday power. We're gonna have to take
Bouncing
him
too
away.
strong.
No,
He's a
no,
Can we get some hubris in chat?
no!
Rachel, where would we like to go on the board?
Let's finish out indie games.
Indie games for 800.
Good job.
This 2008 indie game was made using GameMaker over 4 years and featured an intricate system of tracking the player's actions as either violent or pacifist, leading to multiple
Good
endings.
job, Gamma.
No,
Machi,
I'm gonna get you.
Is it my answer?
I said your
This is
name. You're good.
Undertale.
This is not Undertale. Rachel, what game is this?
What? Oh, fuck.
Shit.
2008.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Um,
Wasn't.
I will take a pass if you don't want to answer.
Good job,
Pass.
Gamma.
2008.
For the record, that's the last pass I'm taking. You buzz in, you want to answer. Chat, I don't
Totally
think Soleil
understand.
wants to answer this one. So I'm looking to see. Oh, there's an EG, an EG, an EG. This is
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Man, I really gotta pay attention.
EG. EG is on this board to make you think it's Undertale, but it's not Undertale.
No.
EG is a fantastic little game. You play as a lady in breaking into a. This is from like 2008, obviously. You're breaking into an alien ship. It doesn't have like a super good way of doing pacifist stuff, but it did use the word pacifist for its like ending. Like you could just do stealth action through the entire game and you get a different ending. Has one of the best final boss musics of all time. A little bit clunky of a game to play now because it was made on Game Maker. But really, really fantastic.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. People have told you to play EG because you love Undertale. That's fair. It's still available. They've also made, I believe there's a 2017 update. I'm the best treasure chest ever. Thank you, Elfie Faye. I believe it got an update in 2017. I saw that when I was looking things up about it to write this question. But yeah, EG's great. Chat, you get to decide where we go on the board. I've got a number in mind. Let's see some places to go. It's also EG was really popular in the early Let's Play eras. I see Mimic for 400 from Elfie Faye, so we're gonna go to Chest Mashup. The series this friendly fellow is from comes in multiple flavors like Cannabox, Gobblebox, and Pandora's Big Bad Box. Rachel.
Please tell me that is from Dragon Quest / Warrior.
Yeah, it's from Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually understand why these are enemies in the game. These just kind of look like adorable. Like it's
That's a friend shape.
it kind of feels
That's
like
a
beating up
friend.
a rabbit. Yeah, this is a friend, right? Like there's no.
I think it's just making mischievous eyes. They're not like evil.
Yeah,
No,
there's a-
no,
yeah.
no.
Also-
Incredible creature design.
Also, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Well, I think I didn't give you points.
I'll take Chris's points. That's fine. Hidden Big Bads for 1,000.
Hidden Big Bads for 1,000. This might be one of the most obscure optional super bosses in any game. Not only requiring you to get all the collectible Jin in the game you're playing, but the prequel as well, bringing this over with a password system. Don't lose your head.
Did I ever do that?
I know the game. What's the boss?
Yeah.
I did this for sure. What is the creature's name? Oh. I can tell you the name of like weapon unleashes that I did in this boss fight.
I've given it 10
That's
seconds.
gonna win this round.
Hey, I used the timer.
No idea.
Chet. What's the name of the boss? Dillahan. Dillahan.
Oh,
That'd
come
be,
on. That's just obvious.
that'd be a really weird name to have put the clue "Don't lose your
No.
head" in there. For.
I didn't want to say that because
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I knew this one's obscure because even though I've done this, I didn't know the name of the boss until I looked it up before time.
Get a load of this.
It's not like here's the thing about that. I have nothing but love for the Golden Sun series, but I do find most of it to be very forgettable. It doesn't have like the JRPG memory lock that other JRPGs does for me.
That's,
GB
That's totally fair. I love
Yeah.
Golden Sun, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, I have a hard time remembering
Except-
the character names.
Yeah.
so much words.
Mhm.
Chad, I'm sorry you picked the last round, so we're gonna let Soleil pick this round.
Let's do chest mashup for 2.
Chess mashup for 2. That's bonus points for saying chess mashup. This game franchise often tricks you into thinking items on the ground are not vicious creatures that are ready to explode all over you at the drop of a pin. Everybody's buzzed in. Machi,
It was looking for game series. Pokemon.
this is Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon.
Let's talk about game
Can I
series. and really
subtract
got
points
downhill.
from Pentachills for not including the accent mark over the E?
I should have done that. You're right.
Oh.
I'll take those points from Gamma.
This game.
Machi, you have control of the board. You gotta get some of these right to steal your birthday. I think you have to get some of these right and have chat get some of them wrong.
No. Let's do Final Gaunt for 200.
Final Gauntlet for 200.
Clear the
Well,
buzzer.
gnarly.
Clear buzzer.
Oh, thank you. Well, gnarly, way cool, awesome, groovy, mondo, outrageous, and funky were among some of the more difficult levels in Special World. Most players remember this second stage as the most frustrating in the game. Rachel,
Oh.
That is tubular.
that's Tubular Super Mario World. Tubular, the level where they make you use the pea balloon to travel from one
Yep.
end of the game, the level to the other, and put
Yep.
multiple baseball throwing assholes. And the game
Yep.
is easily the most difficult level in the entire video game.
Oh,
Once you beat it, the rest
without
of
a
the special
doubt.
zone is easy as hell.
So I'm a former Super Mario World hacker, and a fun thing about this level is if you look at it in an editor, they put pipes across the top of the screen to keep you from like flying up above everything too. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
of course. Of course.
You always found Awesome harder than Tubular. Well, you know, that's fair. But I would say as a general rule, most people look at Tubular and go, fuck that level. Rachel, you have control of the board. There's 3 questions left. Our quiz is almost over. Chad, how cute is our red panda host?
What?
I'm gonna
you don't have
pick
to
the
answer
cutest
this.
red panda for 2,000. Hidden big bats for 400.
Hidden Big Bads for 400. If you can beat the single player mode without using a continue, while also landing at least 3 perfect wins, you'll get to fight this character. Watch out for his Shangoku Satsu, or Instant Hell Murder Attack. Ooh, Rachel got bumped down by bandwidth, so I'm gonna give this one to Gamma. Because he's behind.
This is Akuma or Goki, if you prefer.
Ooh, I can't take that. That's a long name. This is, in fact, Akuma from Street Fighter. Another instance of a fighting game super boss becoming so cool that they added it to the game. Also, sort of like fun video game trivia. Like a lot of people know this vaguely, but this is an instance of an arcade thing. Akuma showed up in the arcade if you did this, because Street Fighter 2 Turbo was, of course, an arcade game before it was a console game. And so you would just have like this air of mystery around the game, like somebody be like, I was about to fight Ant Bison, and then this guy showed up and beat the hell out of him, and I had to fight him instead. And
It's so sick.
it's like a thing that we can't have in video games anymore, like a mystery super opponent, because like you literally can't play a game with multiple endings without knowing it has multiple endings because the internet exists now, which is fine. But Machi, you You're trying your damnedest. Can you take the board back? We can
I
still have
can.
secrets. They just don't have the same. Like nobody's telling you Mew's under the truck anymore, because then you can just Google
Yeah.
is Mew under the truck, and you're like, okay.
We're gonna go hidden big bads for 2.
Hidden Big Bads for 2. In the house next to the 3 musty fears, you can find a locked door that will open if you have a shiny stone. Inside, you'll fight this super boss, and there are 4 crystal helpers. Rachel.
That's gonna be Culex from Super Mario RPG.
That's Culex from Super Mario RPG.
I knew this guy was gonna be in this category.
Yeah, it's actually, there was a ton of contenders for Hidden Big Bads, but
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah.
there is one question left on the board. We're about to finish things out. Chat, this is your last opportunity to throw bits at Gamma, to tell Gamma that he's super cool, to find your favorite quote from Gamma, to just really take things down. It's also chat's last opportunity to win a question and steal the birthday power, to leave an even spread of birthday stolen power.
I'm going to
Portables.
die if it is actually an even spread.
Thank you for the bits, Defiant Optimist. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, Gemini.
Thank you, Gemini. Thank you.
Phone quotables for 800. Life is all about resolve. Outcome is secondary.
Shit, chat's gonna win. No.
I don't know this one.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
No.
I can't believe this.
Crisis of epic
I'm sorry.
proportions.
Sorry, players. We're gonna have to pass this one. Machi.
Zinfandel's been waiting their whole life for this.
What the Spiff? Thank you. I have nothing to lose. I'm going to say Merlin.
This is not Merlin.
Character named Merlin somewhere said this.
my head's
Oh,
spinning.
fuck.
Chris, you were the chosen one.
Chat. Mod wins the round for blocking the answer. I only see one person in chat getting this right, so I'm gonna give them half points.
Ooh, what?
Which does make chat the winner of this round. This is Walk Up from Okami.
Damn.
This
God,
should have
Okami's
been-
cool.
This 100% should have been the 1,000 point question, but there was a chance nobody had played. Played.
So does that mean that everybody won one
Yeah,
round?
everybody won a round.
Everybody wins!
We happy birthday, everyone!
Happy birthday!
Happy
Everybody
birthday,
wins.
everyone!
Which is actually interesting because I guess that means we were playing. Everybody signed
This is
the waiver. The winner gets to put a hand into the treasure chest and take their winnings. So everybody gets to get into the treasure chest now.
Yay!
I gotta go,
So-
actually.
Oh
so-
no! No! The doors are locked actually. So just like I can't move very far. I'm kind of stuck where I am. So it's just like everybody could come over here and. Thank you everybody for coming along for a quiz that was just like a wonderful idea, a long time set up to celebrate the annual passage of life for Gamma Chris. Happy birthday, April Fools! He's a little bit of an April Fool, isn't he?
Yeah, I sure am.
But it's an April Fool that we all love. We have fractured his birthday into 4. He's only gained 25% of the power.
Wow.
Every single Metal Gear fan in the chat's eyes glowed. Yeah, that was good.
Oh
what did I
man,
miss?
yeah.
Hell yeah, this was a lot of
Jen!
fun.
Hello.
Oh, Jen's here.
I kicked Rachel out of her chair because now it's my time to do whatever.
Victory.
Yeah.
Victory. God, and then next, the sequel to this game is gonna be Gamma Chris collecting the 4 shards and putting their birthday back together.
Yeah, you'll have red
We'll see
gamma,
about
and blue
that.
gamma, green gamma, and then the other gamma.
Mm-hmm. God, this was a lot more tiring than I was expecting it to be, actually. I'm wiped.
This was awesome.
Thank you everybody for coming along. Everybody post your favorite question in chat. Thank you so much. This originally was like a weird idea where I was just gonna one-on-one this with Gamma, but like a week ago I was like, hey, we should probably get 2 other people in here. So thank you very much, Rachel. Thank you very much, and Jen, and thank you so much, Soleil, for coming and joining. This is a lot of fun. I had a blast.
this was fucking incredible. Thank you so much for
it
putting in
really
all
was.
the work and time and effort. Like these
The
were.
biggest-
I know you
The
couldn't
biggest
like just.
effort, the biggest effort, weirdly, was paying $20 so I could put images in. Because our entire original quiz idea was images, and I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly.
Very much appreciated.
But no, this was a blast. This was the coolest thing that has ever happened. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me for my birthday. For all of this, I
He doesn't have
really
the words
really
to
loved
say
it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Ah,
Hey, Chris.
hey Soleil.
Happy birthday.
What? Thank you. Thank
HBD.
you. Ah,
Hey, Machi,
well,
happy birthday.
thank you.
I'm glad you're my
Thank
friend.
you. I'm glad you're my friend. I'm glad you're all my friends.
Gamma's cute.
Him is pretty cute.
That's true.
I'm
He's
too tired to
adorable.
roll away from this. This is the end of the match where the 3 count finally happens. I'm just too exhausted
speaking
to
of
kick
which-
out.
Speaking of which,
That's
it is
true,
WrestleMania
actually.
this
Happy
week.
1/4 of a birthday.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
quarter of a birthday. You haven't earned the whole thing, actually.
Oh fuck. Well, I'll take it. Maybe this 1 year I can age at 1/4 speed. You know, that adds up. That goes places.
Mhm.
Do we...
Are we going to see you on the next screen?
I suppose so. I forgot to move the things over. Let me see if I can just copy them. And then can I just paste? Oh, perfect. I brought my friends with me. This was easier than I thought. Hell yeah.
Hooray, I'm
Everyone,
here.
thank you.
Hello,
Thank you
Gus,
so
we're
much
here too.
for hanging out with me. Rachel, what kind of stuff do you have going on in the future? Do you have any like projects that you want to talk about? Anything you want to plug? Please, the mic is yours. And by Rachel, I mean Jen.
Yeah, Rachel's just kind of flopped over on the floor. She's still breathing. I think she's okay. But, it's not a whole lot going on. She's still working on, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, streams every Wednesday and Sunday. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yo, that kicks ass. The Castlevania DS games look really cool. I've only played Dawn of Sorrow, which I really want to play soon. Who knows? It might even be coming up in our forecast that we'll get to in a second. Soleil, do you have anything cool you want to talk about? Anything you have going on?
I mean, I don't like do plans or schedules or anything, but I've been streaming more lately than I used to. I got a new Sound Voltex controller. I want to start playing Beat Saber again. I do things other than rhythm games.
That controller looks cool as hell, by the way.
Yeah, Junie did an incredible job with it.
God, I have to
Yeah,
wait
that's
60 seconds. The worst part about streaming is the draconic limitations they put on shouting out your friends. Pentachills, what about you? You have anything cool going on you want to share? Anything you want to address the crowd with?
I was the winner. Everyone's supposed to PM come over. I have treasure. I have treasure. I feel like we're delaying the prizes. Everybody, I thought you were all hungry for prizes. I thought we were all.
My prize was the journey that we had today, and I'm not even being a shithead saying that.
It was quite the journey.
No, I have nothing going.
Oh.
I don't. I used to stream a super long time ago. I don't so much anymore. I'm just here to embarrass my friend Chris.
Thank you.
You did a
You've
very
done
good
well. I really can't express how much I
We're also
appreciate.
rebranding to Machi, so.
Who's
everyone needs
rebranding to Machi? It's a cute ass name,
approve of
right?
this.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's so good. If you're new
Machi.
around here and you're hanging out for the birthday thing, here's some links if you want them. Can I shout out Soleil yet? Please, website.
that. Ooh, thank you, Inosquid. No,
Whoa! 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 It would be really funny if I had like a muffled voice filter and I just did the rest from like over here. Hey, What are y'all doing next month? You want to come to my Halloween party? Yo,
Wait,
look
Mr.
at
Halloween
this
party.
shit! Pentachills, I'm
Yo.
gonna move you over here.
What?
I gotta move you
Oh,
over
shit,
here
that-
for the schedule. Look at this sick ass
That
art. I
rules.
got
I
this
love the pumpkin.
months ago, and I haven't been sharing it because I wanted to save it for
That's
this.
awesome.
All month long during April, I like to do an out of season Halloween marathon inspired by Christmas in July celebrations. It's 6 months. It's on the opposite side of the year. It's my favorite time of the year. It's right after my birthday, so I felt like everything lined up for it. All April long, it's all horror games all the time. We're going to start Wednesday with Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, which was my first Castlevania game. I haven't played it in years. I 100%ed it, except Julius mode. Haven't played it in years. Really, really excited to get back to it. Saturday, I am playing hit wonder indie game Devil Dumper Doris, who, if you're not familiar with, I recommend looking up, and I recommend even more coming to hang out during that, because that is a fucking video game. And then the day after that, Sunday, I'm going to be playing pinball games, horror pinball games, Devil's Crush and Alien Crush, which are two things I've been looking forward to playing for a long ass time, and I've not gotten
Hell yeah.
around to until this week. That is what is happening in the future. I have someone in mind to raid already, because not only is it my birthday party and Easter, it is also Trans Day of Visibility,
Hell
and
yeah.
I need to raid my friend, the Last Seahorse, who is having a celebration, a big, huge donathon stream of this right now. I'm looking at the dono tracker at the top. They are raising funds for Trans Lifeline, which me and Rachel actually helped out for that exact same project almost a year ago. That was the very first collaboration stream I had ever done with anybody. And it was
Can't
a
believe that was
hell of
last
fun.
year.
Yeah, it's a little bit in the future. I think it was it May? It was May or June.
Something like, yeah.
I can't quite remember when it was. But that was a hell of a lot of fun. So I simply can't accept any raid targets except for Seahorse tonight. So let's go over there and let's show them all the support in the world. Thanks again, everyone. I really love all you. This has been just such an incredible experience. Not just this stream, but just like streaming in general. I can't tell you how much of a positive influence this has had just on my life, like sincerely. And I really just have all of you to thank for it. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. The raid's about to go. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's a
Wait, I
short
thought-
timer.
we're
Wow.
getting in the chest, in the.
God, that timer was short.